wanted to.
And hello to episode 6 of Bloodpunk. Welcome all your faces to
Here we go.
more Bloodpunk goodness.
No, I'm wearing a nudie and a fucking poncho. Don't start. I'm going to sweat so bad.
Both of those things are going to be off by the end of the stream, I'll tell you that. Yeah, we're continuing the adventure through Kanrath City today. But first, we talk about our little sponsor, Warrior Prince 3D.
Woo.
Who wants to chat about Warrior Prince 3D? Fucking someone, come on.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
We need to sort this out.
Oh, yeah. Warrior Prince 3D. We are very grateful to be sponsored by them.
You sound like you want it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Warrior Prince 3D.
Not that one, Tick.
No, I'm going to do it in the M&S voice now. Your one-stop shop for all 3D printed cosplay items, terrain, miniatures, and more. Maybe not that kind of and more, because safety. But maybe, if that floats your boat, if you want to risk it. If you want to risk it, head over to www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com, where you can use our exclusive code to the stars to get yourself 10% off your basket. If you can't see anything that you fancy on there, which is difficult considering that there is so much on there, you can slide into Richard's DMs at warriorprince3d on Instagram and send in a custom request.
Absolutely.
Tell him that we sent you.
Yeah.
For the risky stuff.
And he will print it.
Yes, he will.
Jot came in the post. Well, it's in the post as of today.
Oh, well done. I've got so many things I could say, but
BBG.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know what that is.
Big bad guy.
Oh.
It is now officially.
I say
BBEG.
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 Something like
BBEG.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. How big is the big evil
I'm
guy?
telling you.
So I don't think it's too big. I don't think it is too big. I think we're gonna come up against a little guy, but he's gonna be full of tricks.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I just thought that's quite fun.
Fair enough.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I do put orders in with Richard every pretty much other week.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
Because they're that good.
Every day, pretty much every other week.
And of course we've got some other sort of show supporters like Loki Battle Maps, Battle Systems, Roll and Play Press, which we've got some books around here, but I don't know where they are. So
And they're next to your right foot.
stuff like this,
Ooh.
just for your really quick names of places that you just can't think of in the moment, and you just roll it up, and that's pretty much you're kind of good to go. We do it all the time in Starfinder, I think, which is
Silver J.
Although Tricky Pete I think was really off the cuff though, wasn't it?
That's why we need roll and play press.
That is very true. We need to steer away from those things.
Steer away from Tricky Pete.
I've heard he's a wrong one. But do you know we've got an affiliate code for Roll and Play Press? If you want to get hold of these books, you can get 10% off them at checkout if you use the code DRAGONBORN10, and it lets them know you come from us. It sends a little something our way, which is fantastic, and it helps the channel grow because we do need the channel to grow. And one of the ways you can do that is by taking your Twitch Prime account and subbing up with your... If you've already got Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime, so you may as well just send the sub our way because we really want to grow, and, it'd be a nice little thank you. Go to YouTube, sub up there as well, because when we hit the 1,000 on YouTube, I'm doing that dice giveaway. We're all of us are across on socials. There are so many different places you can find us all. Specifically, Dragonborn Industries. Type in Dragonborn Industries into Google, you'll find us everywhere. If not, most of the link trees, if we haven't sorted it out by now, should have everyone's links and stuff. And we're on all the videos. Just share the love.
You can find us most centrally on our Discord now.
True.
So if you want to find everyone's socials, everyone who wants to be found is on our Discord.
It is indeed, actually. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Spot the guy that doesn't use Discord very often. Don't tag me, don't ping me, don't fucking come near me.
Don't fucking do it.
No, and James isn't allowed on it. So...
Banned.
Yeah, and we'll never tell you why. We'll never tell anybody why.
That needs to be lost to time.
Yeah. But always alluded to.
Yeah.
Just never. We'll tell you when we're not live.
Well, when we finally get Patreon.
Patreon.
This is why.
Yeah. So, I
Jesus
tell
Christ.
you what, if you can get us up to like 1,000 YouTube and let's get to affiliate on or partner on Twitch, we'll start a Patreon and we'll tell you why.
Yes, all the best shit is there.
All the uncensored shit.
Yeah, basically.
I swear it's a safe space.
Is there anything else we'd like to talk about before we headed straight in?
We should probably say that we, myself, Jack and Ian are going to be at Happy Prana in Truro next month doing intro to D&D sessions. I've also got Gals and Pals sessions. My Galentine's Day special only has one space remaining, so if you are up for some smooching and stabbing, book now.
Smooching and stabbing.
It's what the game is. I didn't make it, but
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, we're going to be doing some really cool stuff with Happy. We've also got live, which is going to be on the first Friday of each month. If you want to catch up with that, it is out on podcast form, apart from episode 2, which is Lost to Time.
For no other reason than it was corrupt. There was no juiciness in that one.
Lost to the ether.
Isn't with it.
But episode 3, Siobhan killed one of the player characters, so go watch that. Literally killed one of the other party members, which I'm sure she doesn't feel bad about.
That's nice!
Read your spells, guys. Actually, so it's a good chat. Please check us out on the podcast and stuff. I'm just eternally grateful, I think, for everybody out there who's listening to us on podcast and coming along on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. And especially as the channel grows and we get more people in, like Siobhan, and obviously with Lightwell, we've got obviously Tommy, and we're looking to expand and stuff. It blows me away every time when I look at the numbers. So
keep doing it. Keep watching.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, your family, everyone.
Yeah.
Every face you see on the street.
little apple in my throat there. Patreon will tell you why.
Without further ado, let's get in to episode 6.
Missed you.
Just give us a heads up if music is too quiet or loud, because I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So, episode 5. You were led towards the southwestern part of Kanrath by one Grand Acolyte Loken of the Dead Sun Risen, who Marcus here is affiliated with, and he seems to think if any cultish behaviour would be happening anywhere in the city, it would be in the docks. And on the way there, you decide why not to go to Marionette's home, also known as the Crassius household. And upon finding that the... You good, mate?
I don't even know the button.
I was going to keep going.
Yeah, go. I'm being a child.
The Crassius household there was no lights on, all the doors were sort of locked, and eventually you made your way in, sort of trying to find some more information as to the disappearance of the Crassius family. Finding that all the doors were blocked with various bits of furniture, and you end up sort of just bursting your way through the patio doors. I really want to know what you're laughing at.
I don't even know he's laughing. I can just hear him go.
Just giggling away.
Like a guinea pig over there.
And you go room by room in this manor home, and eventually you find in one of the guest rooms our newest character to the party, Kitty Kildane, who you discover to be a reporter from Kanrath today, or a journalist, as you might say. A journalist.
Just an innocent journo.
And you make your way into the study room of this manor home, which Marionette has never stepped foot inside before, as she was just not allowed. And you just flip the place over, basically. You go through all the ledgers, the journals, and you find bits of information about his business. Nothing hugely detailed, but stuff like more bags, more product, and stuff about a new warehouse that he's been built. And you find there's a secret hatch in the ceiling of the study in which you go investigate, and you find there's a laboratory up there where chemistry and alchemy is being conducted, clearly on blood. And you again flip this place over for anything you can find, and you find some pristine torture tools wrapped up in this sort of leather pouch in one of these cupboards. And I believe Fear was the one that found some blood that was pooling out of the bottom of the wall, and this wall just span around when you pushed it, and there was a corpse sort of just pinned up against on this X, and clearly very dead. Had been for a little while, still kind of fresh but not. And Marionettes, you have sort of seen this person before, not in any sort of professional manner, but you've certainly seen Master Crassius speaking to him before. And after feeling that you've turned this whole entire manor home up for all of its worth, you decide to leave. And Detective Ethan Ward also leaves your side as he is going back to his office to piece together his own information and anything that he's been finding out himself, leaving you to go towards the southwestern part of Kanrath. You make your way there. You hire what is essentially a taxi all the way over there, and you...
Tommy Onto. That will live in my head rent-free for the rest of our life.
So good.
That you got that into a D&D campaign. A horror theme.
What time you on to?
What gets me is like, we break into a house, murder, blood, taxi.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
That's D&D.
And eventually you come around one of just one of these corners in the docks, and you find that there's a group of thugs who are being sort of spoken to in a sort of leadership kind of way, not exactly giving orders, but clearly someone who holds some position of power with them. And you see a halfling female with a sort of curly brown hair and sort of bright green eyes, slightly darker complexion to her skin. She notices you as you turn the corner, and she sort of recognises who you are from any of the stories and rumours that have been going around. And she mentions the Twisted Knife, which I think you all know is the most well-known thieves guild within Kanrath. They're not particularly shy about it. People know they exist, and they're not, worried about being seen. People tend to just leave them be. And you sort of ask a little bit about information, if this person knows anything. She believes that she does, and she knows of some cultish behaviour going on. But in return, she would like you to help her with a job, to find the Trasher, who has been stealing from the Twisted Knife.
Maybe you just see Danny DeVito still, right?
Yeah.
Trash, man.
Who has been stealing from the Twisted Knife, but in particular, this halfling is looking for an eyepiece that, if you have been told, can look straight through invisibility. It's nothing of major worth, but it's certainly something they would like to have back. So that, I'm pretty sure, is where we left the episode last time. And you are in the docks, and she's given you a sort of direction to go in.
The bowels.
The bowels of the docks, yes, indeed.
I did it, indeed.
That's what my gran used to call Perrenforth.
The bowels, wow.
With
Jesus.
the bowels of the earth.
Fucking hell.
It's not that bad.
That's pleasant, isn't it? Yeah.
Got a chip shop down there, the banging halloumi burger.
Yeah.
Veggie
nice.
fries as well, just saying.
Yeah.
No beef drippings in that fish and chip shop. Haddock's End.
Beef dripping.
Free advertising.
But I didn't say it last episode, but you would know the bowels of the docks to be known as the Dirtwater Belt.
Yeah,
Delightful.
I love it.
So feel free to write that down if you so wish.
Water belt.
You guys taking notes, right?
I can see you're not. Everything's all up here.
I can watch it back. I can literally, and I do, listen to it back.
And then you put in all your tabs in colour order,
Oh,
so
you're more
you know
organised
what's
than
there.
I'm already writing enough down for one
God.
campaign. I'm not writing again. To 2 campaigns, in fact.
I don't normally write notes, but look at me go.
Yeah, the fact that yours are neat and coherent
Well,
is
none
the
of it's
big.
usable. At least it doesn't have fucking rum stains on it.
That was so funny, like, yeah, back in like Agaraf days, and you'd just be like, one of your pages is actually just like a big scribble.
Sorry.
Continue.
Well, that's pretty much where you're left. You're sort of still in the docks, in the main part of the docks. And one thing to note is that while you're here, you are assaulted by just smells that are awful. And I won't use the word like last time.
I believe it was poverty.
I didn't say that.
That's what we all got for it, right? Yeah. Jack says that poverty smells like.
I can't say the words I was going to use now. You were assaulted by the smells of urine, sort of just humanoid waste, as well as...
That's what you think poor people are, right? Humanoid waste.
I say nothing.
Sorry.
As well as angst fumes, which you know there are angst refineries nearby, which are very, very toxic. And they have a very high turnover in their workers because they quite regularly just die from these angst fumes. So, yeah, you are just in these docks. There's not a lot of life to this place where you are right now. There's, there's goods being loaded up in places, but there's a lot of just nothing going on. It's very much just get things done, fuck off. Kind of place.
You have a turn of phrase that's so good. It's like you're so eloquent and beautiful for so much, and then you're like olives. You just clear cut end it.
I got to keep you on your toes, man. That's all I could do. So I hand over to you guys.
Well, I'm unfamiliar with this part of the city. Fear, this seems like your element. Do you have a suggestion of where we might begin our search?
This part of the city is wretched. And again, his cowl is quite tight to his face now. And you can see it it really affects, and it probably would affect you as badly as well, because of this sense of smell. Yeah. The problem is that everybody down here is either not worth talking to or as good at skulking as I am. Suppose we could ask some of the local, and he just gestures to the docks, living meat, that if they've seen this trasher, but surely, and above table, so we were told they're in the bowels, but nowhere specific, just they're roaming around here with an eyepiece.
Just purely because of the state of the bowels, Twisted Knife haven't really just gone lurking about just to try and find this guy, but they would like to try and find this guy.
And did they allude to anything that he was doing, or is it just literally
he's definitely been seen skulking about, again stealing from the Twisted Knife in places. Definitely, by the sounds of it, someone who's just going around taking what he wants.
We would ideally either need to find an area of important cargo, probably from Cyherested, I believe is the name, or of wealth.
And these might be... Should we ask? Should we go and ask that nice lady again?
No. Are there any ships here that are definitively bringing in either angst crystals or bringing in things that are trade ships for banking or anything like that?
I mean, I won't get you to make a perception check just purely because these docks are quite open.
And one of them says bank
if there's a fucking ship here, you could see it. I'd say that you could at least see one that's currently being offloaded. There's not a huge amount of cargo, but there's some stuff being offloaded from this ship.
But it doesn't look affluent or
No. It's very much a work ship.
We may have to ask around a little bit. Unfortunately, it seems like quite a slow day for Kanrath. You there, child. It's probably an old man.
Are you going towards the ship, or are you just somewhat?
Just the next person is just you.
And you call him a child. Yes.
Who do we see?
You see quite an elderly man who's wearing just rags at this point. It looked like it was once a good sort of shirt, but it's just holes and tears, and he's just holding on to what he has left. And maybe he's got one small pouch on his side, and he's just he's very slowly trying to move with a cane across the walkway.
We're looking for an individual, maybe wearing an eyepiece or a monocle. Calls themselves the Trasher.
I don't think
I will hand him a fang.
Okay, one Kanrath fang. He'll sort of slowly just...
And as he goes to take it, I'm holding on to it, and I'm like,
Take him with us.
Yeah.
what is your name?
Fuck, Steve, don't do this.
Roll and play press.
Stephen.
He's immortal.
George.
Is that funny?
I don't know, it's just a normal name.
My dear George, have you heard of anybody? And he like releases it, so like the guy's pulling.
Yeah,
on it.
he like even just from the little bit of like pull on the coin, he kind of like stumbles back a little bit. The Trasher. I don't think I've seen anyone like that. I mean, there's quite a few people that have eyepieces, but not
Then-
around here.
Where around here have you heard of any thefts? Anything of value going missing?
Boy, you're in the docks. Of course, there's thieves.
Trying my patience. More specifically, things worth more than what you're used to seeing around here. Maybe from the twisted knife.
Oh, I don't like to get involved with the twisted knife, but I couldn't particularly tell you if I've seen anyone who's stealing from them. I wouldn't know.
George, dear, do you know if there's been any extra activity around an particular entrance to the bowels?
I'll give him a little check.
That's a nat 20 if I ever saw one.
That was a nat 20.
Jack's like,
Yeah, fuck, what does he know?
I am the Trasher!
It's like me.
Surprise! Well, now you mention it, the bowels, yes, I mean, I'm lucky enough to at least live in the docks and not the bowels, but I've heard someone going around that has like these sort of plates upon his person, like augmentations, I think they call them. I'm not really sure. Look at me. I'm an old guy named George.
Oh, how sweet and innocent. And he like rolls his eyes and just like waits on you now. He's just like,
Oh, well, George, so, do you know whereabouts, particularly? Was it just the bowels in general, or?
Well, he's been. I think this person's been moving around, and if you look over there, and he sort of points towards further down south, and you can see there's
you're
actually.
gonna stop running off.
I've got the fang. But you can see huge, like, scrap piles that are emerging from the surface of the water in these docks, and these scrap piles are just an amalgamation of wood, metal scraps. There's even like a bit of like viscosity to these piles, and these piles are anything from like 10 foot high to about 30-40 foot high. They're just mounds. It's basically just a massive scrapyard that's just kind of leaking into the sea surrounding, and he sort of points towards these sort of huge scrap piles. He's been skulking around there most of the time, from what I've heard anyway, but I couldn't say where this person resides specifically, but I can't give you much more. I have nothing to give.
You've been very helpful, George. Thank you very much.
Can I go?
Now go enjoy the rest of your life.
Yes, do have a lovely day, George.
A bit of an attitude on this one, isn't there?
We're working on
Anyway, and he would just like with his cane.
What a lovely young man.
I'll let that slide. It's only going to upset other people if I kill him. And like but he's just like. So, seems like we could have just used our eyes in the first place.
It never hurts to talk to people nicely.
Get a feeling of the local populace. Things are done
Everybody
differently
down here is scum.
Well, there are rules in their own. For example, the Thieves Guild is up in arms because somebody has stolen from them. We have to be careful around here.
Ironic.
Quite.
That'd make a good story, Kitty.
You there, other player. RP.
I'm warming up, thank you very much. Well, I guess we have to go to that dirt pile over there. I mean, I don't usually lower myself down here as much. I mean,
I try not to.
no,
He's just like staring at the pile.
no. I didn't really want to go over there, really, but I guess
Not a lot of people do.
no.
But
Is there anyone around there that we can see, or is it?
You can see it like. Give it a perception check. If anyone else wants to look, by all means.
I suppose we're going to need a boat.
Fucking D20. No.
Oh,
You
I
can-
got a nat one.
Oh,
that's
that one.
Plus
Whee!
one was
Sorry.
2.
19.
19.
21.
21?
24.
24.
Good
You. Sorry, you do not need a boat to go here. You can easily make it to the dirt water
Oh.
belt from the docks. It's just kind of like this transition where the dock slowly gets worse and worse and worse, and it just gets shit by the end of it. It's just awful.
It's not for you guys.
It's
So-
not for you, Jen.
For where you are at the minute, there are at least stone paths. You are on solid ground. And as you get further towards this dirt water belt, the walkways, you start losing this solid ground. You end up just on these wooden walkways, and some of the panels are just missing. You have to step over them, and it's all a bit rickety. And there's no pattern or method to how this is all laid out. It's just corners around everywhere, it's alleys and small little dwellings. It's a mess at the end of the day. And I mean, you can see where these scrap piles are, and there's multiples of these. You can see probably at least from where you are, maybe 10 of these huge scrap piles that are just kind of in these gaps where the walkways aren't. And you can see behind these scrap piles is a very high wall. I mean, you're talking 40 foot at least, and over the top of it is where the main part of Kanrath resides. You imagine it's very much designed to keep the bowels away, not to interfere with the main part of the city. But in these walls, you can see there are these large, like pipes, like 20-foot wide pipes that are just slotted into these walls, and there's like just gunk coming out of these pipes. And there's about sort of 3 pipes that you can see, and you can see there are a couple of these scrap piles that are near to these walls. But you can certainly see there are a few people walking about. It's very dead in the dirt water belt. There's not a lot of people, and you imagine if they are, they're probably very sick or dying. Yeah, so from here, that's all you guys can see.
Shall we make our way over there? Suppose that's the
Seems
logical
like
step.
sensible.
So you make your way down, and eventually you start walking on these wooden walkways, and you see a couple of people slowly sort of lurking about and just trying to survive at the end of the day, and they're sort of looking through barrels where they can to look for just rotten food, something to sustain them. Yeah, you are now. It takes you probably, I'd say, about 20 minutes to get into the bowels of the docks themselves, and you're just center in this place. If you guys want to basically investigate, ask around and all that kind of stuff, we can do a little group skill check.
Let's do it.
So it's going to be a maximum of 3 investigation rolls for everyone, but we'll do it one at a time.
Okay.
So everyone make an investigation roll if you're going to ask around, look at things.
13.
A 9.
12.
12.
We're only level 2, so it's the DC 5.
4 failures.
Who failed?
So, but that's your first round. So you at this point spent about 3 hours just trying to look into small dwellings, trying to find people that are even willing to talk or can even talk coherently. and nothing comes up, and you're a little bit stumped. But you can spend a bit more time. The DC is a little easier now, but everyone make another investigation check.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, I got another nat 1. Jesus.
Oh,
I also
no.
got a nat 1.
Get it all out now.
That's like a 5 in total.
Oh,
I got a
dear.
6 on another.
I'm meant to be proficient in investigations.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
14.
I think that should cancel out.
Just.
You just got it.
2 successes is all you needed. And you two just about made it.
Success.
So success. So at this point, that's another 3 hours. So you spend about sort of 6 hours lurking around this, the bowels of the docks, the Derwater Belt, and you start to look around a bit more where the scrap piles are, and eventually you find sort of a smaller pile than the rest. It's still about sort of 12 foot high-ish, and it's quite near this one of the high wall that separates the bowels from the main part of the city. And as a collective, probably you two mainly, spot in this scrap pile that there what seems to be like a cupboard, just kind of like stuck in. But you've seen cupboards in these other sort of scrap piles, but this one looks a bit more intact. There are like metal plates kind of hanging over it and stuff, but it looks suspicious in just a little
Does it
way.
look like it's been like hidden, but it could be potentially like a door?
Yes. I'd say with those rolls, you absolutely come up with that. So, yeah.
Antique over there.
That's antique.
Well, surely it must be very old. Should it probably inspect it to see if it's worth anything? And like, yeah, we'll go over, but obviously
Yeah.
we'll go to investigate it, see if it's trapped.
Okay, all right, make an investigation check for me,
Just
please.
fucking.
Hello.
Hello.
11. Right in between us. Right in the middle grounds there.
So
Clear.
where this sort of cupboard is, it's quite kind of near a walkway, which is probably why you think it's quite near a walkway. You could quite easily make your way in if it's something you maybe lived in or whatever. But you have a little inspect of it. Doesn't look trapped.
Well then, open sesame. And he was sent to one side, do that thing where you open the door for somebody.
Make an athletics check to try and open this door, because there is scrap just kind of like over the top of it. You have to move things out of the way.
Athletics, you say?
Athletics indeed.
17.
That passes, well done. And you just managed to like move something like it's like a big metal sheet that's kind of over one side of it, and you have to kind of move it to one side without sort of cutting yourself on the edge of it. And you manage to move all the stuff aside, and you open the door. It opens. It's not locked, and you can see that the back of this cupboard is removed, and you can see what is essentially just this small oval-like gap that sort of descends a little bit into the scrap pile itself, essentially looking like a bit of a walkway.
It appears we have found a door.
It's like the lion, the warlock, and the wardrobe.
Oh, I loved that as a child. Yes,
What is
definitely
that?
read it.
Oh, it's a marvellous story. I'll read it to you one day, Fear, when we teach you how to read.
James McAvoy.
Mr. Tumnus!
Well, it appears we have found our rat's
Yes,
nest.
good boy.
That's the one.
Well done.
Yeah.
Who would like to go first? I mean,
I do not mind.
I don't mind either.
Well,
So
one of you go.
I am probably quieter, Marcus.
Have no fear, and I'll push you in.
And he will smile at that.
Nice.
Never do. And he will
If I was doing quest stakes, that would
I
have got one.
know.
Sorry, mate.
Give him an inspiration.
Yeah, go for one then.
Oh,
I'll be generous.
You don't have to, though. It's
No,
fine.
have inspiration.
Don't talk yourself out of it.
No, get it. Take it. Because you might need it.
I'll put it there.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will quietly and stealthily try and make my way
All right,
into
well,
it.
make a little stealth check for me, please. That's all right.
Stealth.
If everyone's following,
Yes.
Yeah.
make a stealth check if you are also being stealthy.
17 on the stealth.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not bad.
13.
21.
11. Okay. We're gonna need some minis.
Oh, we haven't seen them in ages.
I'll try and find like a halfling that's sort of, yeah.
Would you like me to do it? If you're setting up.
I'll find something here. Have you got all your minis over there?
Here's my boy.
Yeah, they were on the shelf.
Thank you. That's my girl.
Oh, that's so cool.
Couldn't get like all the detail I wanted because it was two turns, so I just kind of like
We're here.
blended. Yeah.
So.
Abstract expressionism.
We're starting here, are we?
Yes.
Throw myself.
Could you please put me in the...
Thank you.
Where? So, Fair, you're first.
Yeah, I mean, take me right to the other doorway and I'll try and peer in. Yeah.
It's there. You were in next, Marcus, were you?
Yeah.
I'll bring up the rear.
Bring up the rear.
I got the rear.
So I'll go back. Kitty wants to go ahead of me.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Alright.
Investigate. I'll look at you and say, investigate.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
Let's get the right page here. Cool. So, you spend about maybe 2-3 minutes walking through this cupboard entrance, and the walls initially are made out of this gunky-like scrap, and maybe like someone just touches the wall a little bit, it has a little bit of like a sap-like texture to it, where over time all this scrap has kind of just compressed itself, and now it's just kind of like this solid wall, and it fucking stinks down here, even worse than the bowels, in which case everyone make a constitution saving throw,
Is this
as
like,
you are absolutely assaulted by fumes.
I don't breathe.
Good point.
Technically, don't breathe as well, or don't need to.
My
Are
bill
you-
specifically says that I don't
Yeah.
breathe, I don't eat, I don't.
I'll let you off.
I think
yeah.
ours says it as well.
Just this
Let me
one.
have a look.
But
have
the rest of you
senses.
for sure. I know you. Vampires don't breathe, but
The smell is basically
You are- yeah,
assaulting
yes.
our.
you still have nasal senses.
I'm just metal.
16 for me.
16.
13.
13. Okay.
Con save is. Why are you doing
Where are
We're all waiting on you.
that? That is a 15.
15. You walk past. You're okay. Whether you just pull up a bit of fabric and just try and block whatever fumes you can just catch from getting into your nose and your mouth, but you're all fine. You're okay. And as you sort of make your way through, it sort of descends a little bit, and you kind of figure out from where you entered the scrap pile itself that you've kind of gone under where the high wall was, and now you're into a solid ground, but now you're in like a cave. And instead of the scrap walls, now you are in a proper stone cave, where you can clearly see it's been dug out over time. And initially, you just kind of got this small sort of corridor ahead of you. There's a small sort of like archway where Fear is currently right next to. And yeah, it's pitch black down here. So I think you all have dark vision anyway, so you're probably fine.
This is the first time you'll have seen Fear brandish his weapon outside of a fight. This time it's not the rapier either. He's taken the rifle off his back, the Bloodwork sniper rifle, and he has it basically in front of him, and he's now like on the corner of the aperture to this next cave bit, and he's like, he can't really smell because the cowl's up and this place is, I assume, still really just abhorrent in terms of smell, but he will just try and perceive into the next room. And like, this is probably the first time you've seen him switch from this kind of like very aloof and relaxed pose to like a cat on the hunt.
Okay.
Very predatorial.
Indeed. As you're up front, Fear, make a perception check as you make your way through.
It's only an 11. With advantage?
No, I'm afraid not.
Because dark vision.
Try not wreck the place.
Look at that pillar.
Oh, aye.
Which are right stiffen.
So,
It was Dippy.
ahead of this little archway, you see there is a small sort of circular cave room where it splits off into 3 directions. Ahead of you, you can't quite see a lot. You can see there's like a slight flicker of light in the very immediate forefront. Nothing in the left and right. There's no light there.
And is the ground like wet, or is it?
It's quite dry, actually. Yeah.
He like stage wise, he'll turn around quietly and he will then like relay what he sees. But he's like, it seems we have a light directly ahead of us. The cave veers both right and left. I would be aware of your surroundings, traps and ambushes, if you are not used to fighting. But if you are, I can move ahead if you so wish, or...
Shall we split up, or should we stay all together?
Safety in numbers.
Split the party.
4 ways.
I think Casey's going to kind of just be like, don't mind me, and conjure her ball of blood.
Oh yeah. I think that's cool. Yeah, you can do that. How long does that last? Can you keep it like for like a minute or something? Or?
I think it is concentration for up to 3 rounds.
3 rounds. Okay, so it won't last very
It's a
long.
little shorty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out of
But
combat,
just-
kind of
just
thing.
in case, yeah.
That's fine. That's cool. Yeah.
Well, shall I?
Why is it on that?
That's a bot.
You're in a fucking cave, not this. Jesus
I think
Christ.
she's
It's
trying to like, kind
sunny.
of appear a bit more hard. A bit hard.
Bit hard.
She's walking in like a Gallagher.
Yeah. So, look, I have weapons too.
I think much like Fear, Marcus will just like snap into some sort of focus, like this is what he does.
Yep.
And he's like sort of like crouched down slightly, shield up, gun, just like
Okay.
Marinette will like
Form 3.
twist her.
How interesting.
And pull out the rapier.
Yep.
oh yeah.
Where do you head?
He will give you the nod.
What's the charge?
So you happy for me to just start moving?
Yep.
Or
Forward,
say 5,
left.
10, 15. I will come up to this corner
Yep.
and then try and peer.
Yeah, but you got it.
My guy.
My guy.
My guy.
Yeah.
And he will try and perception around the corner.
Yep, that's fine. Make another perception roll.
It's only a 10.
Only a 10. You could at least see in that room that you're now next to. This looks like essentially storage. It's where things have just been sort of put. There's no organisation to it as such. It's just things have just been put here, sort of onto the sides of the walls and just left there.
Like somebody who's stolen stuff and just thrown it in.
Possibly.
Here. Okay. I think we found the hoard.
Worth checking out.
Always.
Okay.
Anybody following suit, or am I just going in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're all following.
Yeah,
aren't
You're
we?
following?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, well, move your minis.
Hello.
So then, I guess I will go. I'll go into the middle of the room over here and wait to make a perception check.
I think I'll follow, but like maybe I'll be behind you, but I'll be like covering you, sort of thing.
I think I might be just kind of hanging out in that corner, like door, like in the room.
Just hanging around.
Just hang around.
Yeah,
probably there. Yeah, just kind of out of the way, but kind of yeah.
Sort of around where Marcus is, I think.
I could go a bit forward.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah, so you're now all in this room. You can see there are barrels. There's one chest that's kind of put to one side. There's actually an intact mirror, which is quite surprising that it's made it this far and not cracked. But there's barrels here that have like closed lids. Some of them are open but are quite clearly empty, or you could see in the bottom of them there's just dust. There's not really anything in there. It's just bits of scrap. If you want to search this room to see if you can find anything, by all means you can.
We'll give it a quiet investigation check,
Quiet investigation.
if that's all right.
Yeah,
We all do?
sure.
Is everyone?
If you're all looking, sure.
Yeah.
If you're all trying to be stealthy
Oh.
as well, make another stealth check as well.
So stealth check now.
Investigation was shaped.
Investigation was also shite.
13 investigation for me.
Got a 23 investigation and a 14 stealth.
I got a 6 on investigation with a nat 1 and a stealth of
16.
I've got a stealth of 6.
Okay, alrighty.
I got an investigation of 3 and a stealth of 16.
Okay. Right.
We're just rocking the perimeter.
I'm just like, numbers. Sorry, investigation rolls. You got. Sorry, what was it for you?
13.
13,
23.
23,
3.
3,
6.
6.
Off a nat 1. I don't know if that matters to you or not, but...
Oh, yeah, fucked, man.
It's fine.
Yeah, fucked.
Okay, so you, I think, probably
Win.
Kitty and Marinette.
Hello.
You probably, you're the ones to find some stuff within this sort of storage bit of this cave. You find 500 Kanrath fangs.
Ooh.
Damn it.
You also find a +1 dagger.
Ooh.
And you find what appears to be like a broken music box.
Hello. Ooh. Cousin.
Who's the top guy now, Vinny?
It doesn't appear to be like a little figurine on top of this music box. It just looked like you have a little sort
The little.
yeah.
That's kind of what Marinette's got going on in her vocal cords.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe it is a
But
cousin.
you turn it, but you can't feel any like cogs connecting or anything
Nice.
like that. So it just feels like it's too loose.
I'll pocket
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah,
Fix that later.
You got pockets.
I am pockets.
Oh yeah.
There is actually a thing that I can take later on if I wanted to like feet up. You can actually build more storage into your automaton.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And stealth checks 6, wasn't it? Yeah.
14.
14.
16.
Also 16.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Sorry.
That's fine.
What's this?
Tung, 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 tung.
Okay. Sorry, everyone give me a perception check as well.
There's a lot to do.
Oh no, sorry. That's a lot to do, isn't it?
17.
17.
14.
19.
Thick.
I think you all hear, apart from Fear, that you hear a voice coming from the room that you haven't yet gone to, from the place you are at. Ah, yes, just what you need. Yes, perfect. And then you can hear again. Intruders in my cave. No, can't be. Yes, it can be, you idiot. It's blood. Give me blood.
Is this the same voice?
Yes. Slightly different timbre parts.
But
Good
can we
word.
infer that it's
Thank
the same person?
It sounds like the exact same direction you would imagine, but just because of the flow
Yeah.
of what this person's saying,
Yeah.
you feel like it's probably the same person.
I believe this is what some would call a Smeagol situation.
So what's happening?
Oh, there's a man or she.
All
There
day.
is a being
There we
in
go.
the other room who appears to be. Sounds like they're talking to themselves, and they do think that there are intruders. We may be, as the youth say, rumbled.
He just brings the gun up and is like pointing it towards like the doorway.
I may have knocked a barrel, apologies.
Oh, Kitty.
I've never been down here before, I don't know what's happening.
Do we wait for them to come to us, or do we take the fight to them? We at least have them coming through the door. If we stay here, it is defensive.
Indeed.
You can hear like the drop of a tool just kind of thrown.
Take positions and hide.
Come now, come out.
Come and get us, you fool!
Kitty, hide.
Oh,
Knocks over another barrel.
Kitty, no!
Your stuff is ours now.
no, I don't think so. Come here.
No, you come here.
He's not coming towards you.
Well, this is mine, and he's just gonna start picking someone. Well, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine. Very loudly.
Okay, all right. Are you trying to intimidate him?
No, I'm more trying to like
Go to me.
bait him into like
Okay.
coming in here. I'm gonna start grabbing.
Okay.
I mean, what's over here in this? What looks like a kitchenette? Let's start taking stuff.
Yeah, you made him a bit of a perception check. You can see a bit more. We'll try and knock shit over.
Oh, okay. There's another door then. Guys, there's a door here. We may have a problem.
You would see that there is. you can't see him, but you can see there's this walkway that leads into this larger room there.
Did I hear the voice coming from that corridor?
Yeah.
It appears that... What's on this kitchenette?
Breed.
I mean, it quite literally is just the kitchenette. There's not a lot of like fresh food here or anything. You'd imagine that it's just a bit of loaf that he might be maybe thrown. There are some crumbs just on the side. The tools on this kitchenette are very just kind of blunted and just not good. It's not a very well kept kitchenette by any means.
Okay, well, if you really are the trasher, you do live in a trashy place. And you like pick up one of those shitty tools and he just like throws it down that corridor. He's like, this is all junk. Why would people want you dead? You're worthless.
I'm going to make him make a check. See if he is goated. Okay.
I'm making him come to fucking us.
Oh, look, I found a lovely knife.
No! No.
Okay.
Marcus, have you any grenades?
Yes, I do.
Do you actually?
Yes. Yeah, you got them off the
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Shall we just collapse this place?
I do feel that would cause
Definitely write it down.
collateral damage.
Not to us.
We are inside this unsafe structure, though.
He's not being goated.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
I'm just going to kill him, right?
I'm gonna knock on the door.
There is no door.
Oh, there's no door.
No, it literally is like just a walkway leading from this room into the bigger room where you can hear this voice coming from.
Perhaps
Okay.
I should try and flank. Would I be aware that there's another way into that cavern?
Oh, shit.
I think
Judging by
you can work out that when you had to path ahead and to the right, that these are kind of matching up a little bit. You'd know that they match up in the same room. What are you looking for?
From that side to
I've
the
got like a
west.
laser line, because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if I can get to this corner, get line of sight and take a shot.
Yeah. They've got it here. You saw it or you did.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
bloody grenades.
I mean, if I'm on that corner,
I mean,
can I wait there and see if I can see him in my sights? Are we just killing this guy?
I don't know. Feels
Kill
wrong to
first,
talk.
ask questions later.
Right,
Exactly,
okay.
it's a bit arse
Okay.
in our face.
all right,
Can I basically bring the rifle up and as soon as I see him,
Okay.
take a shot?
sure.
Can I also make this a hide so that I'm hiding for rogue reasons?
For rogue reasons,
Definitely not to get my sneak attack, no.
you can try and hide. Yes.
Sick. 17.
17. Okay. You think you're hidden.
Awesome. That's all I needed.
If you're taking a shot, take a shot. But that will initiative is happening if you do that.
We're just killing the guy, right? The Marcus said.
I mean, maybe we should try and get some information from him after we cause harm, I guess.
Maybe
Cut
something
his
to do
feet
first.
off. That'll get him going.
Well, maybe we try and sort of make contact first, because you never know who's
Take
actually...
one eye, and we'll see what we'll do with the second.
It's you and eyes, Marcus. This seems to be a running theme.
Well, if you would like to make contact, now is the time.
Goodness sake, I'm going to kind of come around and so... Ooh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Ooh,
I had a
touch
couple of
charm
beers
I'm
this
just
morning.
going to poke my head around
Okay.
and be, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Hello, dearie.
I think I might cut with you because because I've got charm person, but it's a 30-foot range.
Yeah. I mean, I can say that
So-
this is all happening at once, so
Yeah.
you can all make sort of one
I'm gonna go.
move
Can I go that way?
and one action right now.
So I think I could get him.
You go around that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
You
But like,
I think you could then.
you can
yeah.
see him now. From where
Yeah.
you are.
but I'm kind of like to the side, so it's not quite, you know.
Okay, you trying to be sneaky?
Yeah.
Roll
Sneaky
a
check.
stealth roll.
Oh, natural 20.
Fucking
Fucking flawless,
booty.
mate.
Faultless.
20. Stealth. 23.
Cool. Yeah, you certainly think that you stuck to the shadows.
Like a
you can,
shadow,
you can
like,
see
from
that
back
his focus is very much on the other room where
Yeah.
you guys, you just were. You think you've got a good flank on him.
Good. We'll get a good flank off him.
Oh, hey. Kitty, are you a charming person?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm going to charm.
Okie dokie. What have I got to roll?
wisdom saving throw. We're not fighting yet, because it would have had advantage if we were, so that's not bad. Yeah.
That's out of the tray. Okay. I can tell you without a doubt that he's failed.
Excellent. So, what do we do now? Just
I mean,
ask questions.
he was kind of like almost mumbling to himself. There's no
Right.
coherent words from where you are,
Yeah.
but he's just kind of. What if they over There's no like I say, there's no coherent sentences. You can imagine there's just like conversations going through his head, but there's a moment where he kind of stops and just kind of locks kind of. What you now see is one eye with you.
Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Bloody awful.
Oh, dreadful.
What are you doing here anyway?
Oh, we're just exploring. You know, we're looking for the Trasher.
Do they consider you a friend or just indifferent?
Well, it says a friendly acquaintance.
Okay.
We are.
Well, I've always hated that name.
Oh, what would you prefer?
Narca.
Oh, so you're the
Okay.
Trasher.
That's what they call me.
Ah.
Narqa.
Oh.
Narc, was it? Well, very nice to meet you.
I'm not sure who you are, but you seem alright.
Oh, we're wonderful people.
I'm not a person.
Sorry. I see you as a person.
It's very nice. Misguided, but nice.
How do we refer to us? Very nice
Beings.
beings.
There we
thank
go.
you.
Not sure I believe you, but fine. You can see there's like a slight moment where he kind of like cocks his neck. What if they're here for the project? No, they're not. No, they're not.
I'm sorry, I don't say that. I'm hidden.
Can
Keep
we
that nat 20,
see-
man.
Can we see the art, like the glasses? What was it? Was it glasses or was it like a monocle
Yeah,
or like
so
an
it was like an
eyepiece?
eyepiece
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
described. Yes, his one eye has this eyepiece on it. The other one you can see is like milky. You can imagine that someone is probably blind, and hence might be why he's using this eyepiece.
Yeah.
You can see that this eyepiece is made of quite a goldish brass. It's very well polished, and there's a small little blood vial out the corner of this frame. And in the lens of this eyepiece are these sort of curved metal pieces that seem to contract when he's sort of squinting and not squinting.
Metaphor kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a good word. That's the word I meant to put. Very much
Inspiration.
that. So it's kind of
Yeah. I know words.
I hope so. You wrote a book.
and
Bloody boring read if you don't know any. It's just pictures.
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna just glance at his lovely eyepiece. What a lovely eyepiece you have there.
yeah, I kind of need it to be honest. It really helps.
Could I have a look at it? I will give it back to you.
Ooh. I think that's going to be a persuasion roll from you. Darren.
Right.
I'm actually going to give him a roll for something as well.
15?
50.
15, yeah.
50.
50!
I'd like,
Too many.
Yeah.
I really would like to. I'm going to keep it. Thank you. This
Oh, that's a shame.
is quite precious to me.
I just can see the craftsmanship that's gone into it and would love to just have a little. I'll give it straight back to you. Promise. Pinky
He's
promise.
not convinced. He doesn't seem very willing.
Okay.
But there is another moment where kind of his neck just kind of cocks like that, and you can almost see the flip in his expression. And as the person who casts Charm Person, you can feel that your spell has ended. As he now goes into much more aggressive stance. The project. You gotta keep the project safe. And you can see that because you've only seen him from the front at the moment, but from his back erupts these 4 bloodwork arms that have blades on them.
Could I take the shot, please? Before you say roll initiative, I'm like,
Yeah. I was gonna see like how well you could react. So maybe make like a dexterity check.
dexterity check, you say?
Yeah. Just to see how quick off the mark you
Straight up dex is a 9 plus 4 was a 13.
Okay. I'll say you can make it. Make an attack roll with your gun.
Okay.
Okay. What is it?
That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Am I hidden?
You're not hit.
Okay.
But you hit. So roll damage. And if everyone can make initiative checks for me, we are going to go into battle.
Fuck's sake.
13 points of piercing damage as this like round just
13.
it just like rings through the cave as the shot just comes straight between you two. As soon as like those things erupt, Fear just takes the shot.
Okay. Alright. So initiative check from you as well, Fear. What have you guys got?
19.
19.
Natural 1 for a 2.
Damn.
8.
Hopefully they will get
8 was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
15.
I need to mark off
Using a different d20.
Charge.
ignition. So it's 5 shots per blood cartridge.
Pew, pew.
I can't remember.
Yes, I think so.
I'm just going to quickly try and find that now.
Okie dokie. I did not line up any fucking thingy-majiggy. Let's see. Okay.
Oh no, 15 shots per.
What, for the sniper?
Ammo times cartridge 2, 15 shots per, it says here.
Okay, we'll just go with that. It's fine.
Sick.
Alright, so your shot goes off, and you probably hit him in kind of like the shoulder, and he definitely recoils. He almost falls back, just onto his back, but one of his arms just kind of sticks into the ground behind him and just props him back up. And he is currently, as you can see, behind like a stone work table where he's got some tools on, and there's also like this sort of like minecart track where he's been using like a winch to get heavy parts onto and to move along, which you can see
Brother!
what is the beginnings of an automaton. You can see that it's not finished, but it is much larger than your normal automaton. Very custom built. You can probably make out that he's certainly been working on this.
I don't think I can see shit from where I'm at.
No, but most of you can. It's fine. Okay, so first up is actually Kitty. You're first.
Yes. I think I am going to hurl
Who rolled what in order?
a firebolt
Classic.
at
Love
his
it.
face. But I think my firebolt's quite like red. It's like really rich red.
Yeah.
from
Okay.
its
Do it.
eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to
Spell attack roll.
13.
13. I'm afraid there's not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Really close, but no, I'm afraid not. I think he just managed to move out of the way, maybe with the added sort of dexterity from his arms, just kind of pushes him to one side. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to move maybe.
Of course you can, yeah.
Because I am a delicate little flower.
Where would you like to go?
Just a baby.
I'm just a baby. I'm just going to kind of just take a few steps back. Maybe
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
I
that's
think?
fine. You're about 10
Yeah.
foot of movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. Cool. Alrighty. If there's nothing else, then it's Fear.
Yeah, Fear is going to try and like tuck into the wall and go up it with spider climb to try and then hide ceiling around the corner. Can I attempt to hide?
A
Jim?
bonus action hide, I'm imagining, for,
Yes.
for a little roguey boy.
Oh, it's good. That's a 24.
Yeah, that absolutely passes.
Then I will take
You think
my
already?
shot with advantage.
Okie dokie.
rid of that one. That is an 18.
That hits.
Okay. And I get sneak attack on top of this. So I'm going to roll the sneak, believe it or not,
He
now.
is doing damage.
1. 2. Minimum damage. 2 on 2d8.
I like it.
Plus 4, 6. 6. So 9 in total, including sneak attack. As he runs
shame.
up, and it's like silent, and then he just pops out, and again just this like gunshot goes off.
Okay. I think you aim for like center mass, and it kind of hits the other shoulder, but just kind of skims along his shoulder and just causes a bit of a wound. Yeah. Okay. So you certainly hit him. You've done some damage.
And then because it's D&D,
Yeah.
I'm going to tuck back in behind the wall.
Fair enough. Okay.
I've just put myself on there just for the sake of being up on the ceiling.
That's all good. Next up is him. He doesn't know you're there, Marcus, so he's not going to worry about that. He's a bit pissed off that he's getting shot at by you. Certainly not hidden anymore.
No, he fucking knows where I am. Like, I've got a loud gun.
Okay. How much movement?
Come and get me. Follow me, Christmas tree. This way he's got 400 movement.
He will easily move over this with his big work arms. Would he go for you, Marion, as your first?
Yeah.
I'm like his project, surely not.
No, monsieur.
No.
Oh, I'm just an automaton.
You raise a fair point.
Just an automaton.
You raise a fair point.
What? No, sir.
No, sir, please.
Show me your flash drive.
He does go to past you. He
Do I get a sweepy swipe?
certainly, and he will try and go past you. If he wants to make an attack of opportunity.
Sentinel.
Stay where you are.
I'm built different. I'll make a little rapier. 13.
Mm-hmm.
Does that hit?
Does not hit.
Boo.
I'm afraid. What were you trying to hit him with?
Rapier.
Rapier.
I think it's just a little too close, so she's not used to using it.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
just
sort of
very
like,
close combat. Yeah, yeah. So maybe like one of the arms just kind of gets in the way
Yeah.
and doesn't cause any damage. So he's got 50 foot.
Oh, I can't end.
You and
Oh, I'm going to take his fucking head off.
so let's have a little looky, shall we? Okay.
I just had a little chill, but I'm alright.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So
Oh my god, so good.
Aw.
you can see
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Thanks, man.
you can see now that he's moved from away from this stone work table. I mean, he has no arms. These arms are. Well,
Go out
sorry,
with
I should say no hands. On where his stumps are just blood work tools. That's like a Swiss Army knife on each hand, essentially.
Wow, of all the things that got Siobhan on his stumps were bloodwork tools.
Lol.
Like Swiss Army knives.
I don't know why. It was just
Give him a Swedish accent, please.
it's too
The
late.
Swiss
too late.
accent.
it was just the. Anyway.
Branded. Swiss Army knife.
And you can see on one of these appendages that all the sort of tools bunch up and retract, and then out comes like a fist, and he will go for a straight up punch right towards your way, Kitty.
I don't know why.
Welcome.
Welcome. That's a 12 to hit.
Oh, that's my armor class.
Oh dear.
Oh, make it lower.
Okie dokie.
Time to get fisted.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
As it just like center mass, just
Too much.
yeah, you almost get pushed back 5 foot from it, but just straight into your chest, and it fucking hurts. This is this fist is literally made of solid brass, and he can't do anything else.
God, is that really
could, but he's not going to. So that's his turn. Marcus.
Has he got the spyglass on his person?
He's wearing it.
He's wearing it. Fuck. Right. I think I'm just gonna run into the room, sneak around, and then just surprise attack.
Okay.
I guess I'll.
You've only got a
Yeah.
certain amount of movement, so you can get to like where here.
Yeah.
Dash it.
You can't see him, I'm afraid.
Ooh, can I run over to the kitchenette then? Dash over to the kitchenette.
Are you talking about this? 'Cause that's all this.
Or where he was.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh, right. This is like this is stone work table where he's sort of been making things. You can dash there for sure.
I'll just dash there,
Like-
just in case there's anything that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to use your normal movement as well as the.
Yeah.
I like it because it's really discordant when the piano kicks in a second, and it's just like
Music should not be changing like that.
Right. I think that's me,
Repeat,
guys.
bitch. Thank you. So you use about 45 bits of movement there.
Yeah, that's both my actions, isn't it?
You'll be your action and movement because you're dashing.
Yeah.
I mean, just make sure you fully reveal it. You can see what looks like a shitter in the corner.
Yeah.
You can see there's a forge in the other corner where he's been sort of just literally forging tools and parts for this automaton. And there's a big sort of circular pool of what looks like clean water.
Okay.
Yeah, you're behind the stone work table.
Cool.
Anything else?
I think that's me.
That's you. Nothing you can do with the bonus action or anything?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'd love to shoot him, but can I?
You can probably bonus action surge, or is it action surge is just a thing you can use? I think, isn't it? As a fighter.
Ooh,
you're a paladin.
I know.
Why do I think you were a fucking fire? Ignore it. You can't do fuck all, mate.
No. If he can't hit on turn, on
For some
first
reason
action,
in my head that I had you were a fighter. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am for now.
That's cool. Yeah. You've certainly got sights on him now. You can see him. You can
That's all
see
I
like Kitty's kind of curled over a little bit, clearly taken a hit. So that is your turn over, Marionette.
I'm not in melee with him, am I?
Melee.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Damn it. So if I try and move away, he's going to get an attack opportunity, isn't he?
He didn't attack you on the way through.
I'm going to chance it. I'm going to move.
nice baiting.
You know, in it to win it.
Yeah.
About 30 feet. Would that get me about here? roughly?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. And I want to cast sleep on him.
Sleep. Okie dokie.
So
It doesn't take the attack of opportunity.
Nope.
I love it.
built different.
Literally.
I am going to cast sleep. So could I borrow 2 d8s off someone, please? Thank you.
Sorry,
I got one over here if you want it.
Oh, thanks. I'm all set. Ooh. So I roll 5d8.
Yep.
Total is how many hit points
Yes.
creatures a spell can affect.
Yep.
It's a 20-foot range. I'm just scraping
Yeah,
him
that's fine.
in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, each creature affected by this falls unconscious until the spell ends. Obviously, if it's
Is there any DC that you have to make?
nope,
Or,
it just happens.
No, I like it.
So
That's
it's
cool.
subtract each creature's hit point from the total
Yeah.
before moving on to the creature with the next. So it might not get him, but it
Well.
might. But we'll give it a go.
I can tell you that it can with that roll, with the 5d8.
Sleep's a great spell at low level. Most enemies are not going to be.
29.
Oh, that's a face of Jack who doesn't want to put a character to sleep. They're not construct communities or anything like that.
That is not what I'm making that face for.
Oh, is it just shy of it?
You're 1 hit point away.
Oh,
Hey, but at least we now
That
know
is
he's got
so
Yeah.
hit points.
close. He's literally on
I'll fucking do
30 hit
it was your
points.
bloody dice as well. They rolled the 1.
They're all my dice.
Fucking good shout though. Like,
Oh.
At least we know how many hit points they've got.
Yeah.
yeah, I will tell you that for free. I think like Marionette, you can feel that your
Just
your spell,
You're welcome.
your spell's beginning to hold, and you're like, oh yes, I've got him, and it just at the very last
Yeah.
moment, it doesn't quite have enough oomph.
slips away.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
Go to sleep.
Jesus.
Miss
Okay.
Kildare, you might want to get out of there.
Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I am going to unlock the voice box, open it up,
Yeah.
and I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Thea. So you kind of hear this like discordant, like gothic melody, like lullaby type sound. Kind of just start the echoes. I think a bit weirdly in this space as well. As some of the like sound gets absorbed into like the sticky walls and things.
I like it.
Thank you, the marionette.
You're very welcome. Stop using that.
Is that a D6?
That is a D6.
D6.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I assume I can't add that to damage. I can only add it to.
Not damage yet. Not till higher levels.
top of the round, Kitty.
Yeah, she's gonna disengage and run away.
That's fair.
And everybody, I'm so sorry. As you can see, I'm very wounded.
And I was only brutally murdered
Breaking news!
the other day.
Breaking news! I'm nearly dead. Yeah, I think she is going to fuck right off.
Yeah.
Probably. Actually, what's my
25 is a half of it?
So little.
Pretty much on
I
these
was gonna
four.
go like
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. I've got no bonus actions.
That's fair enough. You successfully disengage away from this this guy. Alright, so next up, yeah, Sphere.
Yeah, cool. So across the ceiling,
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 basically puts him above the barrel, upside down.
Yep.
There, where he does that thing that you saw in the house. He runs across the ceiling and he takes like a knee skid as he turns around on the ceiling, and it is just Interview with the Vampire silent. As he turns around and he locks on, nobody's engaged with him currently, are they?
Nope.
So there's going to be no advantage on this roll, which is
No.
a shame. But I will take it with the inspiration.
Yeah.
That is a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Dirty 20 to hit.
Certainly hits.
Could I have my D8, please?
I gave it, yeah.
There it is. Thank you very much. Here we go. Oops, out the tray. 3, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 4, 15 points
15.
of damage. And hopefully I'm over 30 foot away and on the ceiling. Yeah.
Whoa.
So he just, again, he like spins round and it's the rifle that then gives away the position. He's just, okay.
Sure. You certainly do, another serious wound to him. You can see he's sort of like slightly stumbling, but his 4 bloodwork arms are certainly just keeping him stable.
Come on, Spider Boy.
Next is Spider Boy, as you named it. He will start moving.
Where are you going?
Can you only move 20?
And with his bonus action, I think it was no. He will use his legs to jump, to propel him forwards and upwards, straight in your direction. I won't let you steal my project, you imbecile bat licker.
I like
so
that.
essentially, he will just come straight at you
Yep.
and attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
I'm
Interesting spider climb, grappling me. He's just going to be like hanging off me from the ceiling. Contested. I will be using acrobatics.
Yep.
Do I get advantage because I'm on the ceiling? Upside
no.
down, he's got to try and cling on.
If anything, you get disadvantage, but I'm not going to give you it. This one.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That does not meet.
Nice.
You got an 18 plus 4, which is 22.
Nice.
So he grapples onto you.
What the
And
fuck?
you immediately take damage as he uses his bloodwork arms to grapple you.
I love it.
And these are practically just blades on the end of arms.
Oh god, you fucking stink.
Yeah, he fucking stinks.
I think that's what puts him off is the scent. He's like, ah, brother, ew.
Okay. That is 23 points piercing damage.
Holy mother
As-
of God.
These bloodwork arms kind of like push against the ground below him to propel him, and in midair these come around like spiders' arms, and they all just impale you and
Amazing.
pull you in,
So,
and you fall to the ground.
how high is the ceiling?
I'd say about 15 foot. I'd
Okay,
say.
so I'm going to take damage if I hit the ground, yeah?
If anything, I'm going to say he takes it because he's kind of come at you and pulled you in.
Because I'm down.
You are down.
23. My max
Yeah.
HP is 20. And I was already down HP. So that...
Yeah, I say you will only because you've got like these blades in you.
So that's
just
death
from
save.
the impact. So
Gone.
Death save gone. But he's gonna take some
And you're already
damage
dead,
himself.
so you're
But is he prone now?
He would be.
Yeah, I'll say he's prone. Yeah. He's taken a little bit of damage from the fall as he kind of just collapses onto his
Technically be 69.
this brass spine that he has on his back, and has fear just impaled and just held to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he just like when he hits the ground, it's like obviously like he gets grabbed, and the scent is he's like ah, and then like that's enough to like distract him. Yeah, just straight through him and just like straight to the ground.
Good. Okay. Marcus.
Can I move 30 feet into the... so I can get within line of sight of it?
Say
I can also climb as well.
you can
so.
get there for 30.
Okay, so that can be line of sight. Yeah.
Bear in mind he's prone.
Yeah, just about.
I can climb, so I can...
I'll give you it.
always... Yeah, okay.
I'll give you it.
Basically, I'm going to go for him, and then I'm going to shoot my crossbow whilst I'm running towards him.
Okay. Make a
Because
crossbow
my
shot then.
crossbow has more range than my pistol.
To be that guy, the guy's prone and you're shooting a ranged weapon at him is at a disadvantage.
I can use a blood grenade.
Technically, yes, it would be. And especially as
Disadvantage.
fear is within his space as well. But
You got ice knife.
Right, where's my...
Because I'll lose characters all day long. It doesn't bother me. I'll kill him. I'll lose him. Okay.
It's not great.
oh mate,
Well, I rolled a 2 on the first one, which would have been
yeah. All right.
7, and I could use my bardic inspiration.
You wasn't given
It's
to
just
you.
inspiration means you can reroll the d20.
Actual inspiration, yeah. DM inspiration.
Fuck me, right? Better. 12, 17.
17.
Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that is 1d8 plus 3. Oh, it was a 7. What was a 1? Fuck me. Right, 10
10 damage.
damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Nerd.
So is it? I can't remember. Have you got like a hand crossbow, or is it like a crossbow?
It's a light crossbow.
It's a light crossbow. So
yeah,
it's kind of
hand
still
It's like
sort
a-
of
like-
two-handed. Yeah. Okay. So you let loose this bolt, and it kind of just like stabs into his like neck. He's still kind of moving around a little bit, but he can still. He's very wounded by that.
Yeah.
Very much on his last legs.
Cool. I think that's...
I think that's probably
What am I doing? Yeah.
movement, action, bonus action. Anything you want to do there?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
Wait till you meet his brother.
no.
Cool.
Nothing yet.
That's fine. In that case, Mariana, what you got?
What I got, son?
What you got?
Not a lot. I guess 30 will take me about there, yeah?
It'll be 25, yeah.
So I'll get up next to
You want to get up on the kitchenette?
Marcus. I won't get up on the kitchenette, but just for
Okay.
space.
Oh, well, that's fine.
So,
I'd say from there you could now see Fear being unmoving and impaled by 4 brass bloodwork blades.
okay. And this guy's looking pretty beat, yeah?
Yeah.
Kill him.
Okay. I am going to cast. What am I going to cast? I'm going to hand crossbow, try and take a shot at him. So it's at disadvantages because he's
Yes.
prone.
It is.
Okay. It's not great. 9.
9 does not hit.
No.
His body.
I think as these 2 people are just kind of quivering on the floor a little bit, like at one side of him just lifts up and it hits the ground. You unfortunately miss.
Cool. And I am going to turn to Marcus as this music box is like tinkling furiously, by your creed, end this man, and I shall save the other. Bardic inspiration.
Love it.
Love it. Very good.
You get a D6 to your
So-
next roll.
Sweet.
Back to the top of the
Or
round.
next turn.
Kitty.
I don't need to disengage because they're present. So
I'll have a look.
I'll say because he's so busy with fear on him, I'll say that you're okay.
so he's literally got all of his arms in it.
Yes. Yeah. I'll say you're right. You're good.
Okay, I am going to just move probably
Mm-hmm.
just here.
Sure.
And I'm going to magic missile because I can't miss.
That's very true. To be
Yeah.
It's a
fair.
great spell.
It's a
It's a
fucking
fucking
I
amazing
can't-
spell.
I can't miss. I can just
Yeah,
roll
alright.
for damage. So yeah, I'm gonna conjure again. These are like really like deep red, kind of just they're almost like kind of a little bit wet, but they are sharp.
Like
Kind of
globules.
dripping with blood almost.
Yeah,
Like,
I like it.
Oh no, I don't need to roll. D20. No. 1d4 plus 1. Yeah, so it's 3 darts. So I
3d4.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's 3.
You don't actually really even need to roll, to be honest. But we'll
8.
see. Yeah.
9.
Yeah. So you throw out these sort of like almost like needle-like blood splinters almost,
Yeah.
and they sort of just shoot into his body. And you can see as he's trying to move about with his blades within fear, the movement sort of slow down, and you can see Narka, his humanoid part of his body is no longer sort of working, but the arms themselves, they've almost got this mind of their own, but they're not. They've relaxed now, but they are just left within fear. Just
Like dark-gothic,
gonna
like
say
you
like
gonna
dark-gothic.
take.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, very much like that. Narka looks dead. I'd say you're out of initiative.
Yes.
Are we? Because I'm making death saves.
We're not out of initiative yet. Is there anything,
Everyone, it looks like he's maybe dead, but I think fear could do some help.
is there
I'm
anything,
on my way.
is there anything else
Help is on the
is there anything else you want to do
Clunk, clunk,
on your
clunk.
turn as a
Can't
bonus
really-
action?
I
Isn't it?
can't really
No?
do anything.
That's fine,
Like,
that's
yeah,
cool.
I can just hit
Yep.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, now which dice? Because this
One-
one's killed a lot of people.
It
One
has,
death
it doesn't
save,
like players.
please.
But then this is the first dice I ever made. Left or right?
Left.
My left, yeah?
Oh, it's the campaign dice.
This is
Oh.
fucking it. Because if I roll a nat 1,
Yeah.
fear's gone.
I think I had 3 deaths.
Sorry, I can zoom out.
If you get
That's
an
fine,
natural
that'll
one, it's
do,
2.
18.
Nice.
Okay.
He's all good.
That's one success. Good. That's your turn. It would be Narcus' turn, but he does not move. Nothing happens. Marcus.
I would like to run to Fear
Yes. You may
and
do that.
see if he's got any blood vials on him that I can use to resuscitate.
Okay, you get up to his body. Do you have any blood vials on you?
I do.
I want to take one of those, and assuming that's how vampires heal, with blood, or I could just lay on hands. Above table, I'm not actually sure which one would work.
Suppose I'm not actually able to drink it,
Yeah.
and it's not a potion.
Okay.
I'd say in this moment, no.
Okay.
Giving him that blood won't resurrect him from being unconscious.
I'll do.
If
lay on-
he was awake, yeah, he would get 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Hit point,
okay.
but yeah. If you have any potions, spells, any normal other way of healing will work.
I can give you. What level are we? 2.
Yes.
2 times 5.
Yes. Very.
Thank you. 10 HP.
10 HP. Would you can just give it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, is that your
If you
lay
lay
on
your
hands?
hands full, you don't have to spend it
Yeah.
all at once.
No,
you can
just give me
a couple.
1, which would bring me up to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, because you can spread them out then over.
Fair enough.
I can just do that, can't I?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's literally
Bonus
what a
action,
paladin
isn't
does. It's just
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go up something like.
Cool. Well, I'll do that and I revive you.
That's fine.
What's it look like?
I mean, it was like it's a vampire, so maybe not pretty. I'll like my arms will just like vein up, and then they'll just go like, and then just energy will just be like jolting into your body.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a bit gory. It's not.
Is it like
It's a
blood
bit.
moving into it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not like glowing or anything. It's
Yeah.
just like
I think like as those wounds start to close and his eyes open, they open like really quickly. Is this thing like still like is pushed out of me? So it's still in me.
Still in you.
So like he bolts.
They need to be removed.
Yeah. So he like goes to bolt upright when you wake him up, and then can't. He's like doesn't take a breath in because he doesn't breathe. He's like, ow.
Yeah, you are like as soon as you move, you're like, oh shit. You're just trying to like lie still as possible. Yeah, you are still impaled by was essentially 4 blades.
Yep.
So cool. Marcus, you're done. Marionette.
I'll go over.
Actually, we're not initiative because you're not on death saving throw right now. So.
Can I see a way of if there's like a release mechanism or anything that would withdraw the bricks?
Or does it feel like we can just pull them out if he starts to like pull them?
We'll make a investigation check with advantage because you are yourself an automaton.
14.
14. Was that with advantage? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say you can find that there is a catch, like because where these arms come out of, they're out of his spinal cord essentially. And being an automaton yourself, you kind of know what you're looking for, and you essentially sort of find like the deactivate button, and you flip this catch within the spinal cord, and the blade just goes and just pull back into these arms, and now they just kind of flop to the side. And Fear, you are no longer impaled. Luckily, you didn't take damage from it, so you're up. You're okay.
Should we remove that eyepiece quickly?
Please.
Fine. Go and take the eyepiece off.
Of course, yeah. So you can see that it's like got 3 brown straps, so it's kind of like very much secured to one side of the head. But you have this eyepiece. Yeah, you know it's a magical item. You can spend a little bit of time to know what it is or identify it. But you have it within your grasp. The blood vial is still full. It's yours.
Do you think we should have a little look at this project he was working on?
Yes, I think we should go and investigate.
I find myself quite intrigued by it, I must confess.
Well, we will come back to that after the break and see what Narka the Trasher was up to and what he's doing in this cave.
The trash man.
Trash man.
We shall see you guys in about 10 minutes or so. See you in a bit. Hello. We're back. We're back from break.
I'll go for a wee.
Now's not the
Believe
time,
in
buddy.
So that-
You missed your chance.
You should have gone at break, Ian.
Oh, I don't identify as Ian anymore.
You just Jenny Nooch now.
Jenny Nooch. Not Jenny Nooch. Got nothing to do with Jenny. I just don't like my name. All right.
What do you want to be?
Pardon?
What do you want to be?
Cunt. Sorry.
I'm already one
That'll
of
do.
those.
That was
Now,
so
fucking
quick.
D.
That was impulse.
I can tell.
I like it. It's okay. It's okay. You haven't hurt my feelings yet.
Yet. Before break, you guys went on the hunt to find the Trasher.
Just because it rhymed, that got you.
And after sort of about 6 hours or so of investigation, you end up finding the whereabouts of what you now know as Narka, the Trasher. And you have killed him successfully, nearly losing one of your own, Fear, being grappled by the 4 Bloodwork arms with the blades just impaled. But you've managed to retract those blades, and Fear is just alive with the help of Marcus and his paladin abilities. And you now are in this cave where it is almost entirely dark still. There's like the small amount of embers coming from the corner forge within the room where he was. There's no other movement. Nothing else seems to be happening. Nothing is threatening you. You are free to do as you will. And you have also obviously got the eyepiece that Celestina has asked for.
Huzzah.
So, leave it up to you.
I think it would be prudent to have a look at his project.
Yes. As he stands up and he's like readjusting the leather straps to cover up the holes, he just flips the body over with his foot. Can we do a quick investigation check to see if there's anything else on his body?
Sure, you can, yes.
16.
You find not a lot on his body, only because this is his home. You imagine he's just put stuff in other places, and there's not much room on his person to put things, because most of it is just brass bloodwork augmentations. So that's probably the only thing you find on him that's like different to what you find usually. But nothing to take with you in a pouch, anything like that.
Wow. And he just like puts his foot to turn his like face away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling, Fear?
I've been through worse.
Mechanically, how are you feeling?
Oh, 1 out of 20.
Marionette is going to just rub a soothing hand over your back and cast...
Bing, 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 bing.
Your Pokemon are now full. I'm going to cast Restore Lifeless Body, which will give you 1d8 plus my spell casting. So, that's not very good. 2... 7 points of healing for you.
Not bad.
Thank you very much.
And that spell only works on constructs and undead.
Has he still got any like bloodwork vials on his back or anything like that? Because I'll just take one of those and start walking around with a cocktail.
I suppose actually with your investigation you probably find there's one larger sort of canister of blood.
Thank you, Marionette.
Welcome.
And then he will like
Yeah, you
Take
kind of like unscrews from its 2 like screw ends almost, and you just kind of lever it out.
cheers. Ooh, starts drinking.
Okay. You restore 5 hit points.
Thank you.
Kitty, I'm ever so sorry, but I'm afraid I have nothing for you.
Oh, darling, that's fine. I was going to go and have a bit of a wander around anyway, and
Let's
see if I can
wander.
find something similar.
Shall we wander into a larger
Sure.
cavern?
Yeah.
Remember, we have another room as well
Indeed.
across the way.
I would rather make sure that this thing is either inert or friendly, though.
How are you looking?
A solid 5 out of 12.
How many spell slots do I have? Level 2.
So you should. It'll be
remember.
different depending on.
If you have more of those, you've got another 9 points of
Yeah,
lay on
lay on hands.
That's not a spell. It's just kind of like an ability.
Oh, okay,
of yours.
can I just do that?
Yeah.
I'll give you another. I'll give you another 5, so you topped up.
Thank you so
It'll be like a sort of hand on your shoulder, but then you'll see the veins like.
Human contact. I'm so lonely.
So
Very good.
sorry, how many points?
5, so you should be all topped up nice and
All right,
ready
then.
to go.
So you want to do an investigation in the larger cavern? Are you're looking for more blood? Is that what I'm
yeah, I
hearing?
kind of might just join Marionette on the kind of.
Okay.
general
All right. Just do an
investigation.
investigation
Yeah,
check.
and
Yeah.
if there are.
Fair point.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. You two, what are you guys doing?
Can I check in the chest next to me?
That chest is where Marionette and Kitty found the stuff that they.
Oh,
got
okay,
from.
okay.
So that's currently like kind of cocked open and some of the coins taken.
I'll go into the large room.
Okay.
I think. Can I have a look at the forge?
You can make an investigation check. Fear.
Have you guys gone into the large
Yeah,
chamber then?
yeah.
He will just follow behind, drink in hand, as he's plugging his 5 hit points.
Are you investigating, or are you just kind of like, not doing much at this moment, just drinking away and?
For him, the threat is gone, and this is like a side mission to like then get the information we want. And he's already
Yeah.
annoyed about that.
Yeah.
He was already like, "Are we on a fucking mission? On a mission to get?" And like, so he's just like, he will just chill. He's just literally just like, "Please."
Okay.
That perception around the room to see if there's any more threat.
18. Oh, roll
Sorry.
perception check. Yeah.
16.
18, 16,
16.
16. Okay.
25. Oh no, actually no, that's investigation. I'm thinking different. Sorry, 19.
Okay. So, Marionette, start with you. I'm assuming you're probably more interested in what he was building.
Yeah.
Which, as you sort of approach this sort of area, you can see there's still definitely parts missing, but it's made of just an amalgamation of materials. There's brass, steel, darkened iron. It's very much a patchwork automaton. You would imagine it's not going to be long until it would have been completed. You have a little bit more of a look around, and there are some research notes that he was writing to himself, and you find that he was investigating the usage of noble vampire blood to power his automaton, and perhaps the extra added power that might give the automaton. Automatons are not made with noble vampire blood; they're made with just blood in general. You look questioned.
Ian does, but Fear's obviously not paying attention. But like,
Yeah.
because like above table,
Yeah.
I don't know how meta this is. If
Yeah.
I'm like, we've found people working with noble vampire blood, like Master Crassius
Yeah.
and somebody's master.
Somebody.
So above table, like obviously this is like, I'm like, Ian wants to like make the connection, but Fear is obviously just like following. So
Are there any samples of blood around this place?
Well, yes, which will probably tie in with a bit with Kitty, is that you do find, I'd say you probably find 5 vials of blood, worth about 2 HP each.
do you mind a little top up?
But you can tell it is not noble vampire blood. It is, bog standard run-of-the-mill blood.
Does it look like the kind of stuff that's powering his glasses and his?
Yeah. Normal blood works with blood work or augmentations and all that, but he was very much trying to clearly find a source of noble vampire blood to power his automaton, and you would imagine he has not yet found it.
I want to take those notes and pocket them.
Okay.
I take one of the blood vials.
Of course, yeah, absolutely,
A
yeah.
shot. Is that 2 HP?
2 HP each for the blood.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take one then.
Yeah, cool.
That's me up to full again.
So there's 4 of them now. You can split them amongst your party however you wish.
So do you need blood to heal up as well then?
Yeah, I'm a crimson.
Okay.
So I was like born.
Yeah.
I wasn't turned.
Yeah. It'd be worth you
Basically-
keeping those.
basically the same.
Keep them on you,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
because we can bite and drink from people.
Yes,
Meta-wise.
I think I can, yeah, because I need fresh blood though. That's the thing. That's the
Yes.
point. Yeah. So I'm basically the same as vampire, but the difference is that I was born this way.
But she thinks she's better than us. I liked that. That was good.
Marcus, you were looking at the forge.
Yes.
Are you looking for anything in
I'll take
particular?
Any sort of like weapons that might be sort of fresh forged, laid out, or anything of use? Take.
You were 16, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you don't find any weapons. He was mainly using this forge clearly to make bits of paneling and just parts for the automaton. He was just forging out of any scrap metal that he could find. So, yeah, you definitely don't find any weapons of any sort. You can see there's blacksmith tools around, which you can. I'd say you can find blacksmith tools. You may take that if you wish.
Fuck it, why not?
So yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of all you find. And the embers themselves are sort of glowing, but not roaring by any means. It's just kind
Can I
of
piss on
sitting there. You can piss on them if you so wish.
Do vampires piss? Food for thought.
Food for thought. Vampires piss. And for fear, you're just kind of looking around to see if there's any sort of like threats.
Yeah, I think he's looking for any more dangers, but
Yeah.
also just kind of like doing that. Like this is beneath him. So he's just kind of, I guess just looking around the room for anything that could be of interest to him, that could amuse him.
Yeah.
He's not looking hard into things.
No. I don't think you find anything that sort of like amuses fear. I mean, what would amuse fear? Do you think?
Anything that would almost be like a trinket of emotion, or something that like ties somebody to like attachment, or to things that are like little keepsakes, things that are in the end only matter to that one person there, because realistically.
Are you just looking in this main chamber?
For now, yeah. I'll stick with the group.
Okay, that's fine. I say you don't find anything sort of trinkety wise. You would imagine, judging from what Narco was saying, that his project is kind of like his sole focus, and he was doing anything he could to protect that. Of course, you guys killed him, so his project is now yours, essentially.
Just the and especially the other thing, obviously, like looking around and seeing for threats. Does the automaton? I know you said it's not active, but does it look like it is a project or an automaton that's built for combat?
Certainly could.
Like it's a beefy boy.
On its way to being of that nature.
How common are automatons in Kanrath?
Not the most common, but it's not unusual to see one by any means. They're very much be in the position like you were, where maybe perhaps the more wealthier end of Kanrath
So not
could essentially afford one.
not often seen down this end of the city.
No, definitely not. No.
Perfect place to hide it.
Can I search the cart, the mining cart?
I mean, I'll just use your investigation
Yeah.
check from earlier, to be fair, because you're just kind of looking around anyway. You see in this cart, well, above the cart is like this kind of winch that he was using to carry stuff from his work table onto this thing so he could move it over to the automaton and do stuff with it. Again, it's just more what looks like scrap, but it has been moulded into pieces that would be going on to this project. You don't find anything particularly special in there, I'm afraid.
Should we clear the rest of the area?
Yes, I believe I saw another tunnel coming in.
Yeah.
We should.
Fear, would you like to take point?
My pleasure. And he will.
It's fine, yeah, I'll just say you're there.
And I will go through, and basically this he would find more interesting. This is a bedroom from
Yes,
what it looks like.
it is a bedroom.
This is where he is like, what makes this person tick? What is like this person's personality? How can I exploit that?
Sure.
He's not great.
It's so whoever goes in there, you find that it is a very just haphazardly put together bedroom. There is a bed, There's a bit of a bookcase to one side, and there is what looks like a recently put out fire that was using to warm this part of the cave up a bit. I'd say, I mean, make an investigation check for me, Phil, as you were particularly looking for stuff.
7.
Yeah, I'd say you probably don't find a lot. It's quite empty in here. There's, I mean, even the duvet on the bed, it's just very ratty. And
and I think that's it. You see this like these long fingers like pick it up, and he's just like still that cowl, and you can see like the furrowed nose under these glasses, and he's just like,
Can we go?
Yes, let's. Chief, I do have a little present for you, and I will give Fear the +1 dagger that we found.
Marionette? I didn't realise you cared.
Yes, well, you seem pretty good with sharp things. And
Smiles, his fangs are there.
and everyone else, I'll divvy out 125 Kanrath fangs each,
Nice.
and keeping the music box for myself.
That's fine. You can absolutely keep that.
into the cloak it goes.
Okie dokie.
I will add a +1 dagger.
Le dagger.
Le dagger!
Le dagger.
That tricky beat.
I have this friend in a bar called Tricky Pete. Now, he's a bit weird. Friends with some guy who always thinks he's swimming.
Is anyone else sort of looking around this bedroom for anything, or are they just kind of like...
I think I'll take a look at the bookshelves.
Okay.
Let's do like a general
Right, investigation, yeah.
Can
Marcus,
I
you
have
want
a
to
look
do
for
one?
any like hidden panels, anything like that?
Okay, yeah. Investigation check.
17.
Also 17.
Oh.
Buddies.
I keep forgetting where investigation is. Oh, it's 11.
Okay. Okay. Marion, I think you find like there are a couple of books on the bookshelf. Most of them look like they're kind of research papers that someone else has written. Perhaps the Narco was sort of using it as a frame of reference for his own project. Nothing else really catches your eye in that part of the bedroom. Marcus, I'm going to say you probably don't find anything else other than maybe what Marionette sort of points out.
Books.
Kitty, I'll say just briefly sort of looking around. You like lift like the one really, really thin pillow up that's on one end. You find there is a small sort of
Crusty.
stringed necklace that has like a small fang that's tied around the string.
Ooh, going to take that.
You may take one fang necklace.
Are you the tooth fairy? I think you will say that. 'Cause why not?
Fair.
Quite fancy, actually.
It's not like a vampire fang. It's like a bit larger, almost like an animal fang almost.
Oh, a keepsake. Can we identify to see what this fang is?
Yes, you can.
How?
How?
Drop me back in the
Um,
middle.
What was that? What?
It's like-
Nature?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
too used to Starfinder. I'm like culture. No.
Actually, life science. Physical
15
science.
on nature.
15.
13.
Are we all doing it?
If you want to sort of have a little look at this fang.
Oh, boy, look at you!
13.
1. No, okay. It was a nat 20, 21.
Cool. Anyone higher than 15? This is an orcish tusk almost.
Oh!
Was he human?
He was orc.
Oh, okay. Missed that detail
Well,
out.
it's quite hard to tell when like almost like 90% of him is like blood work, automaton plating.
And these guys went in shooting first, no questions.
Oh yeah.
Present this to the Thieves Guild as a token of his utilization.
I maybe wouldn't.
Just take his fucking head.
Well, maybe, I don't know, a limb or whatever limb he's got left. This is this might be a stretch, but given that this is an orcish tooth, and we heard that the 6th child was a half orc, right? Or an orc, full orc? I've got something in my notes that says orc.
I don't think you know of the race. of the
I
sixth
thought
tribe.
we'd been told.
You know
I've pulled that from somewhere.
they're female,
We know they're female.
That
I
we
thought they were
said.
told.
but that I
Certainly.
think is the only detail.
I think I've confused it with something else. I
I
I'm
actually,
confused it with something else.
I genuinely wrote those notes down, and I'm gonna go look at it because
Yeah.
that was like actually important
Yeah.
information. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
Yep.
I don't know where I've pulled that from then.
Was there anything like to kind of imply, like, is this a crudely made necklace or? Is
Oh,
it,
100%.
Like,
Yeah,
very
it's like
crude, right?
literally like twine.
Yeah.
That's just like kind of tightly wrapped around this tusk.
Yeah.
And he had both of his tusks.
No, you don't have any tusks. Like he didn't appear. He wasn't like jutting out from his jaw or anything like that, like an orc would.
Should we check to see if this is one of his own and
That sort of thing should be
lost his first tooth or something?
I think Kitty's going to kind of put it in. She's like, well, I'm going to just put this away somewhere. Put it like in a little bag
Yeah.
inside of a bag because it's gross.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'd say fair to be honest, because you were so close to him, not emotionally.
You don't know this.
That he was missing both of his tusks.
I mean, he was missing both of them. Whether or not this is his keepsake.
No, I've realised where I've pulled it from because when we were talking to the tailor, I put an orc question mark about some of the skins.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's where I've got that from.
With
I
it.
retcon all of that.
I love that you dived that far into like, I need to get this right.
Yeah.
No, because it's like, why am I thinking no? It's because I put it as a question mark for myself about a skin, but it wasn't an orc skin in the end. That's fine.
Yeah, you turned this place over. You think you found everything that there is to be in here.
Oh, use the eyepiece. See if it's magical.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
May as well use it while we've got it.
I just check over the eyepiece first before putting it on
Yeah.
to check for anything that like.
Give it here.
You nearly died. Just to check if there's any kind of like weird implant stuff that does or anything that screams.
Just a
"I'm
drill
bad."
that goes into your head.
Yeah.
The user loses their eyes.
You can roll just a quick little investigation check, just to have a little look at it and see if there's anything that like sticks into your face or anything like that.
17.
Okay. You think it's fine because it's magical. You would imagine just it being upon someone's head that it would work. It being D&D, you would have to attune to it for it to work.
A waste of
Taking
time.
A bit of time though, just to.
I am happy to.
Yeah,
to do
absolutely
such
can.
How long we talk?
If you want a short rest,
Short
it's
rest?
an hour.
Whilst we're waiting,
Pop it on.
shall we?
You pop it on?
I'll pop it
Sure.
on.
All right.
I'll spend some hit
What
dice.
should we do with this automaton? Do we warn the Thieves Guild, or do we warn the detective?
Or we keep it as something we have to use later on. Either way, I don't really want to come back here. The place fucking stinks, Marcus.
Fucking
I suppose I've grown numb to it. See,
Oh gosh.
How? It smells like
it's
vile.
burnt the nerve endings of my nose. It's that bad. Nerve endings. Well, your nose
If you're
has.
taking a short rest, spend some hit dice if you wish.
Yeah, I will spend
Check
both.
the button.
I'm
Don't mind.
fine.
Do okay.
I mean, I got really shit HP for a level 2 paladin, but I'm fine.
Yeah, an hour goes by. You have a short rest. and
Spent one hit dice and then rolled a 6 plus my 2 con and back up to full.
cool. Very good. Anyone else spending hit dice?
Me too.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Marinette, you attune. I haven't added it onto D&D Beyond or anything yet, if you were using it. This is called the All-Seeing Eye.
All see.
Allows dark vision up to 120 foot in bright light, and then an additional 120 foot in dim. When making a perception check while using this, you can add your proficiency bonus twice.
That's really good, especially when you start getting to later levels.
Yeah. And you are able to see invisible objects.
But nothing magical.
Nothing about seeing magic. No detect magic, as it were.
But it wouldn't give somebody
infused.
blind sight.
No. Like, if someone was invisible or an object was invisible, using that, you'd be able to see it.
So why is this man wearing it unless there's something invisible here?
Was he blind in one eye or blind in
Blind in both eyes. You'd notice that as you take the
Then-
eyepiece off.
Perhaps we need to do a little another sweep.
With the eye. Okay.
Background.
After you, please, Marionette.
Indeed.
You can make a little bit of perception check for all of you, if you're all going around. Oh no, you've just got the
Yeah.
thing on. make a perception check as you go around.
And that's with double proficiency, with two.
Two proficiencies.
+4 instead of +2 at this level.
Yeah.
Need that.
Bardic inspiration yourself.
Oh, God, yeah.
Guidance.
15 with
15,
that extra
yeah.
proficiency.
You don't find anything invisible.
Okay.
Now that you're attuned to it, you know when you see something invisible. There'd be like a little bit of like a glow around something to let you know.
Yeah.
There is nothing invisible here. I'd say you'd gather, because he's fucking blind, he wanted to be able to see better. And he found something that would allow him to do that.
Oh. I just feel sad.
But it didn't offer him anything else. It wasn't like it made him not blind. It only let him see let him see invisible things. So he still couldn't see shit. And how is he hitting me without with advantage?
Maybe if there was. Can I go back to the body
Yeah.
and have a look at that kind of? Is it like an exoskeleton kind of?
Yeah, it's like
armoring?
like his entire spinal column is just like this one big brass plate, and inside if it was the blood canister that Fear is now just downed, and it's got like these 4 hinges where these blood arms were just kind of collapsed into, and you can see if you like rip some of the clothes away, it's literally integrated into his body, and. It consumes most of his person.
Would you like an upgrade?
I'm fine, thank
Oh,
you.
that would be cool.
Why is enough of an upgrade? It looks
How old are you?
I worry about how much independence this thing has.
Well, I'm curious.
Well, you feel like you've deactivated it.
Yeah.
Does this look like something one of us could wear?
Whoa.
Like it was an item in a book that was like, if your players get this.
I mean, I don't think you'd know. I'm not even going to make you make a check because this is very much out of the realms of your.
Could give it to the Thieves Guild.
What if we turn it back on? Just to see.
What?
Do it.
Off the body.
Yes.
Well, it appeared that it wasn't doing anything.
Oh my God, we're gonna get
It was
aliened.
scared, so-
Yeah, face huggers. Do we want to
Kitty, stand here.
take it off the body or leave it on the body?
Take it off the body.
Either way, I'm happy to turn it on.
Unless it would be. Yeah, take it off the body.
If you want to all step out, if you show me what to press.
Can I see how it will be removed from the body?
Okay. Ooh. Now, I'm going to be totally honest here. Didn't think that you were going to try and take this fucking thing off him.
So it's not in the book.
But it could be. It could be in my head at least. I'm going to allow you to try.
Okay.
It's going to be quite a high check. Depends if people want to help, that
I
kind
will
of
help
thing.
you.
I'll
Yeah,
help.
help.
Knowing how to flay a body, I will work
Because
my way around the
it's
muscles and stuff.
kind of like it's literally infused into the skin, so like the skin's almost like healed
Straight
over
down.
the very like kind of edges of it.
Do you have those torturous tools now?
Okay. I would say it gives you like, it'll give you an extra +1.
Okay.
It just gives you that little bit extra assistance to try and part skin away from this.
Have this down to a science.
Medicine check's a thing, right? Still.
Yeah.
Too much Starfinder, right?
Yeah. Fucking.
Let's see.
I won't
And
offer the aid
who's
against the
aiding?
torturous tools.
Can I?
Yes. You may.
So is that with advantage then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's D&D. That's what
Oh,
happens.
you don't want that.
Give us that +2.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I was on a 19, but then it's a natural 20 for
Fuck off.
26.
Jesus.
No, this is the kind of place where if you don't want players to have something, don't let them roll.
Yeah, but I'm
We've
quite,
just become Iron
I'm
Spider.
quite generous with these things. I'm like, yeah,
Too
fucking-
generous with
it's-
these things.
I was like, it's fucking cool. Have it. You know. Okay. I think there's more than one stage to this. You remove it from the body,
Okay.
intact, and like, as you pull it away from the spinal column, like these bits of flesh just kind of like strewn away as you pull away, and it just you can see like there, what once was a spine, like half of it's just kind of like almost like concave. It's like the brass bloodwork stuff overtook the spinal column and it was just slowly digging away at it.
There goes, I suppose if you want to take the spine fear, it's right there.
Oh no, I'm quite all right.
It's fairly
How's
heavy
it decorated?
as well,
Okay.
because it is one big lump of brass.
Sure. I think I'll put it down on like the kitchenette.
Yeah.
Put it down like a child.
Yeah.
Now.
Last time. And
Okay.
switch it on.
Okay, you find a little hatch.
Yeah.
What was that motion?
latch.
Yeah, I thought. For some reason, I thought you did that, and I was like,
Nope. Yeah, you find the same latch that you used to sort of deactivate it.
put it on the
And
kitchen counter.
you activate it, and there's one slight jolt in the arms. It just kind of goes. It kind of like. As it has like.
I'm tricky spider boy.
Hey, I'm stabbing here.
You know when something has like such low battery that it has
Yeah.
one last bit of life in it, and then it just dies. It's like that.
Okay.
And there's no blood container in it anymore because.
I
you
was
drunk it.
thirsty.
It's fine, Finn.
Here is the container.
No, it's just good to know that it's not going to shank us.
He will screw it back into the top.
Yeah, there's an empty container now, like in the spinal column.
Takes the umbrella out.
We could use the orc's blood to fill the canister if we wanted to get this thing moving again. Do we want to get it moving?
Well, that's the question.
Or sell it for parts.
Either way,
It might be a bargaining chip for further information.
could be. I would just like to leave this stinking rat hole.
Yes, wouldn't we all?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Take it with us. It is quite
Sure.
cumbersome.
It is.
You have compartments.
Not enough for this.
Wear it like a backpack.
No. No, I don't think I shall.
And I'm very small, so
Whoever's holding it will have to use both hands and will not be able to use anything else while they're
Guess I
holding it.
could carry it.
You can
whilst
carry it.
We
Good boy, Marcus.
escape.
All right.
Escape puppy.
So I will think of how to make that item and make it a thing.
Just give us his abilities.
So yeah, you kind of collapse the arms and they kind of fold up next to the spinal column. So it's kind of like just one big sort of tube of brass at the minute.
I guess I'll like put the shield on my back, holster my pistol, and just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you just kind of like a big log almost. Yeah, and you make your way out the cave into again the bowels of the docks, the dirt water belt. Yeah, and you spend maybe like an hour in here, or maybe the short rest. Maybe 2 hours with the investigating and everything like that. This time it is very much.
I will make sure the door to the cabinet is closed.
Okay. All right.
Could be a nice little rendezvous point should we ever need to hide
Indeed.
in this wretched place.
hopefully not too soon.
Oh, hopefully not.
It is now late evening, so no fear of sun or anything like that. That has passed. Yeah, you are on your own devices. Marcus is holding this large lump of brass.
Well, to the twisted knife. What time are you on till?
Fuck's sake.
sorry, I'm trying to have a taking it in.
So I think Celestina said that she would probably just meet you back where you met her originally. So if you make your way there, it takes about another sort of 20 minutes to get back. Actually, probably like half an hour or so. So it gets even later evening. You can see there are definitely a few more individuals sort of skulking about. Now it is proper nighttime. But you are undisturbed. People leave you alone. You look quite well equipped, so you can imagine that most people are like, "Stay the fuck away from that." Jesus. But you find yourselves back at the place where you've found Celestina and a couple of other folks. This time it's just her, and you can see her sort of skulking in the shadows, trying to keep out of sight, but just kind of leaning up against an alley wall or something. And you manage to spot her, and she spots you. She kind of walks out a little bit towards you. You look like you've just been in some sort of fight. What the fuck is this you're holding?
I'll just dump it. So it just like
Just fall
prangs
onto the
against
ground.
the floor.
Your troubles are over.
You took care of the trasher?
Deader than a
Believe
vampire.
so. His
This is wonderful.
real name was Naka.
But he hated that name. Only wanted to be referred to as the Trasher.
Why not?
What a prick.
I'm sure he must have been very proud.
He
of
was
that
the most
name.
devious bastard in Kanrath City.
Well, do you have the eyepiece?
Oh, yes, sorry, and I'll take it off.
She's fucking wearing it.
She'll take it. Thank you very much.
Could you tell me, how does that make a blind man see? Like, it only shows... No, yeah.
It is a magical item. It can do many good things, and I mean, I'm sure I've seen you wearing it. That you know of its abilities and its powers. Perhaps it can make even a blind person see.
I do have a question.
Please ask.
If he was, assuming he's not able to steal it because he was blind from you, he wouldn't know where the item is. Do you think he was working for someone else? Because we found some shit down there.
You're not great with secrets, are you, Marcus?
Tell me what you found.
Nothing. He was.
I mean,
First the secret, cult of the crypt and the temp.
that's just a joke. You know?
No, he's.
I was always pulling it.
He
So
does.
hilarious, isn't he? Oh my
I was
And I
having
thought
you
the
on.
journalist was going to be the mouth.
He'd obviously
Wow.
been collecting treasures.
Oh, that much I know.
Indeed.
Fair amount of fangs.
Well,
Yes.
I was only really interested in the eyepiece, which you have now given me, so... Finders keepers. Whatever you found down there is yours. I do not care for anything else the trasher might have
pick it up like
kept.
Alright.
I don't know what that is, but seems
Rather
very
ingenious
experimental.
piece of
almost.
automation.
Close.
Automatation.
Automative.
An automative piece of equipment
I-
that
I've-
seemed to give him extra limbs to both work and attack people. It was rather ingenious.
I've never seen it like before, but
It was very powerful. It hurt a lot.
I mean, it looks, even with those blades tucked in, I can see that it's quite deadly. Maybe she can see like a few little blood patches, maybe still on your like.
He won't be shy. He'll just like lift up one of the leather straps and there's like a massive thing through him.
Oh, I can see he probably used them on you. I see.
Oh, fully penetrated.
Oh, yeah. Good to know.
He was full master, fully sheathed. What is it you say, Marionette?
Pretty sheathed and fully erect.
That's the one.
I've heard that term before somewhere before. But anyway, look, you went through all the trouble to defeat the trasher, which I'm assuming is now dead. Good. That's no more trouble from him, hopefully. So whatever that is, you can keep it. Now, as my end of the bargain,
Yes, please.
information on cultish behaviour. I have on good authority that a
Tommy Shelby. Again.
rather a new cult in town has been working out of West Ballast, which, as you would know, is an area within Kanrath. It is on the very far western side of Kanrath, kind of in between where you are now and where you sort of met Logan. It's kind of like in the in-between and a bit more to the west.
You say West Blast.
West Ballast.
Ballast.
So Ballast. The Twisted Knife have seen robed figures operating out of a warehouse in that area. We've not seen these outfits before, and trust me, the Twisted Knife knows a lot of what goes on in Kanrath, but this is new. We have been keeping an eye from the sidelines, but this could be something to do with what you're looking for.
What kind of robes? Colours? Red, I assume.
Yes, of course. I mean, most things are red these days, but red and patches of blue.
And what
Bloody hippies.
and what behaviours makes them cultish to your eyes and ears all over the city? How are they behaving? What are they doing? Have you surely not had spies try and find out what's inside this warehouse? Also, above table, could I make a check for the West Ballast to see if it's an area that I would know and if I know where this warehouse is? And I'm like, fuck, I had the information all along.
Sure.
Fuck.
You can make a history check for me.
Can I do this because the investigation of brain's not working. Marionette's master.
Gracias.
There was a whole warehouse situation there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Can I see if it?
You want to try and make that link?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you can make an investigation check to see if you can sort your things all piece together for you.
21.
21.
21 as well.
21 as well.
21.
Okay. Fear.
The old Crassius warehouse.
She'd give you like a position in West Ballast, roughly, and you feel like you've seen that building before. It's not been something that you've particularly been involved in mission-wise or anything like that. It's certainly something you've passed, and you kind of make a mental picture in your head, like, oh yeah, I think I know where that is.
I roughly know of the building in the area, but only through passing.
For Kitty. You would imagine from the journal entries that you found, roll me just a cursory perception check, just to see if you've seen it yourself in person.
Nat 20.
Is that cocked? No, it's not.
You have to answer the question.
13. I'd say you don't really recognise from the description that Celestina gives you. You would imagine from Crassius's notes that the operation that he's clearly managing is quite a bit larger than what is being described.
Okay.
So you imagine whatever this warehouse may be is not big enough to hold the operation. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Is there anything else of use that you could tell us?
Be careful.
Rolls his eyes.
I mean, I do have it on good authority that they are moving things tonight.
Moving things. Do you have an idea of where, what, how?
That much we do not know, but we know that they're gathering together to have a meeting of their own, but they are certainly, they've been bringing in crates to this warehouse, and
Where are the crates from?
we don't know, they are marked, unmarked.
No trail.
No trail.
Well, shall we just make haste to the warehouse and drop in on a soiree?
Sounds splendid.
And I think you asked about what makes them think, her think that it's like a cult. Is it you?
It was you.
That was you. Sorry.
We look
Same
we
person.
Look alike.
They wear robed figures. That all of them wear the same robes. Typically, cultish behaviour. It's just something that's pretty common knowledge from most cults. Is, you know, you have a uniform, as it were, and just the whole demeanour of it all in the dark of night.
Mysterious.
Moving things in and out of this one location warehouse.
Like a thieves' guild.
Well, I suppose, but for thieves, you like to have multiple locations. This all seems to be very centralised into one place. So I'm leaning much more towards a cult. That's all the information I've got.
Well, religion and fanaticism does lead to hubris. Shall we attend this gathering?
I think so.
Lovely personality, yes.
What shall we do with this thing?
Would you like to try on some new clothes?
I'm perfectly happy with my own, thank you.
I was thinking the tailor. I'm sure he would have a use for multiple blades.
Oh, let's take it to the tailor, see if he will reward us for our treasures.
Yes, I think
Is it
selling
on
it
our-
would be. Yeah, I feel like it's just going to be a nuisance.
Weigh us
isn't it?
down.
Perhaps he will give us some money.
Who are you thinking of, sorry?
Maddening.
The tailor in the castle.
Oh, right.
What was his name?
Third brother.
Third brother.
Child.
Dolman Palehide?
Yep, sounds about right. Just go with that.
Palehead. I mean,
I'd cred stick that.
Yeah.
I don't know if like we go
Nothing.
to the castle or via the castle to West Ballast.
I think the castle is a little further
Yeah,
out.
it's very much
like
going
a-
to like do like a triangle.
It's like a courier service that we
Are we just going to
Yeah.
have to throw this in the water?
Please
Have
take this to
done?
the royal castle, please.
Blood is on or something.
Blood is on.
Detective Ethan Ward. Please find your reward.
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Oh, we could just put it back in the
In the trash.
trash. Yes, quite
Half an hour south to go half to. It's out of the way.
Oh,
Or
Kitty.
shall we just dump it?
Or shall we find that nice old man and just give it to him?
Yes, George!
George, let's find George.
Do as
George.
you want.
I hope George dies a slow and painful death, the useless twat.
We find
Fucking hell.
George.
You there, child, where's George? I don't.
No, there is no child for you to speak to.
You there,
So-
meat sack.
I think we need to cut our losses with this thing.
It's just a bit cumbersome.
Maybe we could just hide it in one of these lovely piles of garbage and see if we find it again.
This is their treasures. We are at the Thieves Guild.
Celestina, is there any way that you could make use of this? Maybe even just boil it down for scraps to sell on?
For money.
Well, it certainly looks like it would be useful.
I think you would find it very useful.
First of its kind.
Maybe find some sort of willing member of the Twisted Knife that could use it.
A bruiser or an assassin of some kind. And we will give it to you just in return for a favour to be claimed later on.
Well, I can give you a few things now if you so wish.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and a favour later
Well-
on could be really useful.
Money, please.
Money, please.
I'd rather not have favours hanging around. I'd rather just get the deal done as soon as possible.
Oh, you're no fun.
Big game.
Speaking.
So yeah, you can just kind of put this automaton piece down, and she'll sort of. She's got like a bit of a knapsack just on her back. She pulls a few things out. There are 3 potions of greater healing.
Holy shit. I assume you guys are going to write these down and put them on your sheets, yeah?
She pulls out a firearm, a collapsible bloodwork repeater rifle.
Not going to lie, that made me twitch.
She passes like a few bits, like 6 rifle ammo that she has with it. It's already kind of like loaded into the gun, but it kind of like shrinks into itself, so it's like it kind of extends, but you can kind of like squash it back together, and
You
you
could put it in one of your compartments.
space saving.
That would be cool.
Rifle hole.
Sorry, Fear.
Either way, I am very excited by this item, yet also appreciate that I also already have a weapon is this a Kanrath weapon? Is this somebody's, like, lost, like, special vampire weapon?
I see. Make a little investigation check as you sort of given it.
13.
There are no markings to indicate that this is a Kanrath.
Yeah,
Master
so it's an
weapon.
unregistered and not a
Yeah,
noble
this is
household one.
clearly from its collapsible nature that it's custom.
Either way, very happy to take this item. Also happy to.
I don't even know if I can use a firearm.
I don't know if you can
I
either.
don't
to be
think I
honest.
can. I don't think I'm hench enough for it.
Yours, Fear.
Let me check automaton, but I'm not partial to a whatever that is. So if you want it, please do take it.
I will take that.
Do you have a firearm proficiency?
Not until 3rd level, so I actually can't add my proficiency bonus. But
So anyone can use it. You just won't have your proficiency until you're proficient with it.
because that's why, because obviously that's why I've got the sniper,
Yeah.
because it was like I'm not proficient with it, but like when it
eventually you
hits,
will.
it fucking goes off.
True. Fucking goes off.
Do you like a sniper weapon and a rifle?
So she happily gives you these few potions and the rifle. It's the least I could do. I'm sure I can make very good use of this thing, whatever it is. But I believe that concludes our business. Anything else?
And I can keep it and take it home.
Yes, it's all yours.
Mum.
Yes, it's yours. Don't
I
worry.
need it. I need it.
I'll walk it and everything.
Please, I need it, Mummy.
I'll show it to all of those pedestrians.
As long as you take good care of it.
Oh, what? I will. I promise.
Yeah, she sort of starts walking away and just sort of says to you, pleasure doing business with you.
And are you?
I'm glad to say that I now think of you as allies, I hope.
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, I did mean to pause there. Yes, of course.
Good, thank you. And she just walks back down the alleyway that she was sort of waiting in, and just loads this big brass block onto her shoulder, and she just kind of walks away with it. You are left on your own.
Friends.
I believe you want to make your way to West Blast.
Yeah.
To the
Tag-
White House.
Angst cab?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have an app?
An app.
No, but I think can you send a magical message to maybe like a magic amoeba or
It's not legit.
I actually do have a message. It's not quite how it works, Fear, I'm afraid, darling.
we should set up something where you should be able to magically message an angst cab from anywhere in the city and then have one pick you up and take you places for money.
It's a marvellous
Would
idea.
you like to develop an app?
What is an app?
Something that hasn't been invented, but I'm sure we can get to that.
Anyway, shall we make haste?
Yes, let's.
Are you grabbing a
Yes.
Kanrathian taxi,
Yeah.
as it were?
He will pay for it.
Okay. I can't remember how much I said it was last time.
Free.
3.
399.
I think it was like
Was it like 5 or
it was. I think it was in the 3 to 5 mark. I can't remember.
We'll
but-
say 5 fangs will get you to where you want to go.
Yeah, I'll sort that out.
Cool. So cut your time down in half. So instead of it taking an hour to get there by foot, it takes you half an hour to get there. It's very much the latter end of the night now, and you make your way into West Blast, which is quite a sort of like middle class area as such. I mean, anything is middle class in comparison to where you've just been. But the dwellings here are in much better shape. There are no holes in roofs. The doors are on. You know, that kind of thing.
Just
You can see that there are a few flickering lights and windows and such like that. And you start spending some time walking around West Blast trying to find this warehouse. In which case,
I know where it is.
you do, but I would like you to make, well, everyone to make either a perception or investigation check. Fear, you get to make it as an advantage.
The investigation, because that's higher for me.
I'm going to do investigation because it's
Uh,
Same either way. For me.
17.
a dirty 20
Dirty
Lovely.
tw-
for me.
14.
Got 19.
Pretty good rolls. Okay. Right. So yes, you find you probably spend a bit, maybe 20 minutes to 30 minutes, just walking around, trying to look at some of the larger buildings around here, until eventually you find one that is. There are no lights on that you can see, but it is a 2-story building, and I think who got the highest roll?
Me.
Kitty. you see a blood rune has been drawn on one of the cobblestones in front of that building. Yeah, it looks like some sort of marking, but
How far away are we from
I'd say
the building?
if you want to be at a sort of safe distance, 40 foot.
So I can't kind of like clearly see what the rune is.
No,
from
but
here.
you can just about like make a like the it's a red circle and there's
Yeah.
like a pattern in the middle of it from where you are right now.
Well, I can see that there is some kind of ruin in front of the door. I don't know what it does. It could be some kind of trap.
Would you like me to? I'm assuming there are other buildings around.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got like the sniper weapon, and he's like, "Would you like me to do a little reconnaissance? It is kind of my thing."
Yes, go over. I've got a notebook. If you want to, you could draw what the room looks like and bring it back over.
I was just going to go up and look down and see if
Oh,
there are
okay,
windows.
No worries.
To which end, Marcus,
Draw me a picture.
would you assist me, please?
Of course, my friend. Of course.
Thank you. And then he slips here, and he goes, "Thank you, my apprentice." And then he stops himself.
What?
But you see, it like, no. And he would start spider climbing up the
I
side
guess
of
I'll
the wall.
just shake it off. Weird.
That boy is so broken.
Yeah, you spider climb up on like a roof near my roof.
And then try and basically like
Use your sniper scope.
to
or something
see
like
if we can see into this building, around the building, get the whole kind of like shebang. And then I'll take the repeater rifle and I'll just start.
Anyway, stop blasting.
Just start blasting.
And you can make a perception check. Marcus, are you helping?
Yeah.
Why I want you here.
So-
Do you want to roll separately or one?
It's up to you. What do you want? It's your
Roll
call.
separately. Oh, it's out the tray.
What we do? Investigation.
Perception.
Perception. Sorry. 12.
19.
Yeah, I mean, you look around, try and look through the windows. The top windows on the top floor are
Get out of here, you
curtained. You cannot see within them, and even through maybe like a small gap in the curtain, you can see there is no light. And even in the ground floor windows, which there are not many of, there is also no light. Obviously, you got dark vision, but you can't see any movement. Looks lifeless to you.
No crates being moved. Nothing. It's like nobody's here.
You can't see anyone.
Okay. It appears we might be a bit late to the party. We might want to go and let the ladies know that. Yes. And then we'll begin to descend down.
We'll just like spider.
We relay the information.
It's up to you. You're pretty sure this is the place that Celestine has described.
Are we too late, or is it hidden further?
Perhaps it's not. What time is it of day?
I'd say at this point you're edging over into midnight.
Have they already moved on?
I'm not saying
God.
shit.
Don't ask them. They're not here.
I suppose maybe we go a little further in.
And is there a back entrance that we can have?
I'm sure we'll find something.
Good question. Just trying to check. Not that you can see. It looks like there's one main door where you're looking at where this room was, and there are a couple of other windows on each floor, but that's it. It looks like one way in, one way out.
I think shall we get a bit closer?
Yes. Maybe we should go in through the front door. They wouldn't be expecting that. Straight
I
in.
mean,
Yeah,
they
wouldn't expect it, no.
Something we can have a look at what it is.
Having a look at the
Stealth.
Tell me what you do. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You want to get up to right next to the building?
Yeah,
Or-
kind of like.
It's a like massive staircase, which is a zigzag.
Like not kind of like going directly like up to like kind of keep into the shadows, kind of trying to get close to this room just to see what it looks like. I think is what.
Do we?
Yeah.
Sorry. Do we know that blood runes are like
spell wards.
I mean,
Just a painting.
anyone who has the ability to use spells can make a Arcana check.
Oh,
Oh, fucking
Nice.
8 again.
natural 20 for a 24.
8 over
9.
here.
9.
Yes.
I say, yeah, Marionette. You know, as soon as this like blood rune is mentioned to you, you're like, yeah, it's got to be a spell of some sort. It could have been just a marker to, let the other cultists know that this is the place to go, but judging from what it's been described as, it certainly sounds like a spell.
I think it'd be wise to approach with caution.
Quite.
Perhaps throw something at it first.
And there was no other way in. It was just this one door.
From what you can see, going around the building.
There's no, like she said, like before, that we could see in and through like small windows. So
Yeah, there's a couple of windows on sort of each side. But
So should me and Marcus maybe go in through the windows, since we can climb, rather than activate this magical room?
Good idea, yes.
Seems prudent.
We could climb in, clear the immediate area, like these two from the front door.
Provided we can deactivate the rune from the other side, or if we're feeling strong enough, maybe we can take them with us.
Yes, give it a go.
I would probably say more Kitty than myself,
Can
given
you?
the size.
Can you? How good are you climbing? Are you okay?
I can't say that climbing's something I've done much of,
You could be
ever.
good at it.
What if we put a rope up?
Rope would probably be a better idea.
If you were to turn yourself into a ball, we could throw you.
A fence?
Sorry, just an idea. I don't know why I sound like you now. Sorry, I meant to
It's
do that.
quite addictive when you get into it, my
It is.
apprentice.
Honestly, because if we're kind of going to do something a bit, I feel there's going to be a lot of checks happening above too. I've got a power that I can use once per long rest that is invoke the power within, and I can essentially awaken the blood within creatures around you within 30 feet, and you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws for 1
That's
minute.
handy.
But yeah, I think I'll kind of have to do like a. Right, darlings, it's been lovely. I mean, I feel like we've made such good friends. I feel like you're learning to trust me, and hopefully this awakens some kind of. I guess you feel like a kind of warmth coming over you, as if you can kind of feel like the blood pumping a bit.
it feels like a bit like an adrenaline almost. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, ooh,
Yeah.
Well, one final precaution. I can channel my divine sense and find if there's something immediate, unsavoury types beyond the door.
That would be very useful.
Very useful, Marcus.
I'll do that.
Divine sense. Okay,
I don't know how long it takes. It says
I think
4
it's
uses per long rest.
instantly.
3 undead immediately show up in the vicinity.
So, but what do you detect with that? Can you just tell me?
Fiend or undead.
Fiend or undead? That's the only thing you detect
I think so. Within 60 foot.
within 60 foot.
So I guess I'd like get up to the wall
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
door.
yeah.
Trip the alarm. Quack, 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 fuck.
Let me,
Cheese it.
Come on, Gromit, we've got to hide the body.
Did you watch the latest?
Haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
so good.
It's good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Love it.
Just double checking.
More Jack checks. Head on over to www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com. Use our permanent code to the stars to get 10% off. And roll on over to Roll and Play Press and use the affiliate code DRAGONBORN10 to also get 10% off. Bargains.
You do not detect any fiends or undead. And you would
I will
imagine,
relay that,
is it 60 foot range from around you?
Yeah, I was imagining.
Okay, so it's quite, it's quite wide.
radius.
So you, judging from the size of the building, you've covered quite a lot of the area that the warehouse is in. Not detecting undead, you'd know that vampires would come under that umbrella.
Yeah.
You don't detect that.
Okay. Nothing fiendish.
Nothing fiendish.
Okay. Seems there's no fiends or undead around, so maybe we just
Fantastic.
carry on.
Okay.
So we're
Tell me what
climbing.
you're doing. Door, windows,
Windows.
roof,
We'll build
nothing.
windows.
Who wants to carry me?
Mechanically, you got strength because I'm in a minus.
Strength is 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just give you like a piggyback.
Yeah.
Cute.
Actually, I'll be like my shield on my back, so maybe you'll just be like that on the shield.
Nice. Okay. So you're gonna just climb up to the top window or like bottom window?
I guess the first one we can get to, and then try and like stealthily like look in and.
Okay. Well, tell me what floor you want to go on, because
Where's
it
the
looks
first
like
window?
it's 2 floors. I mean, the first window
Here.
So the door is in the very central piece that you're looking at, and then just around the right corner is a window
That one.
just on that edge, so
Okay,
on the bottom floor.
that one first. Let's make it as close to that door as possible without activating that room.
All right, so make a stealth check if you're going nearby, and you want to be sort of semi-sneaky, I presume.
So you can add a +1 if it's crap for this one.
Yeah,
I
everyone
haven't
take a
bardic
+1.
inspiration.
Is it all of us?
The bardic will be gone by now, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, everyone.
16.
Was that stealth? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it 13?
Also a 13.
I got a
Does it
10.
count on me? Can I add a +1?
What's the word?
It says
Uh,
evokes the creatures around you.
it just says creatures around me.
Yeah.
Allies within 30 feet
Allies,
of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Souls.
Okay, that's 13.
Yeah, you remain undetected so far. You're just kind of like underneath this window, and it looks like it's just kind of these two halves to this window, and one of them seems to looks like it just comes out outwards on a hinge. Currently closed, and a curtain behind it. You just try and like pull on the window to see if you can try and make your way in.
Yeah.
It actually moves. It's not locked. It's not shut. It just open, and a little wind comes through, and the curtains kind of brush. Yeah, and if you make your way in, you enter into a 10 by 10 foot space, and there are a few barrels in here. And there's like a almost empty shelf. Apart from, there's one small, what do you call it, like a wooden tray, and there are some vials in there, again of some more blood. There's only about 3 in here, worth 1 hit point each, but everything else in here looks pretty non-descriptive. There's not a lot else in here, but you are enclosed. There's another door immediately in front of you at the other end of this 10 by 10 foot room, so it's a quite cozy space for all 4 of you, but you're in, it seems.
Well, shall we let Marionette know that we have a way in? Leans his head out the window. Because we're like right there, aren't we? It's like
Yeah, I mean, you're not going top floor, so you can just climb on.
climb in.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
No problems there at all.
I mean, better time than now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we keep going in deeper.
Okay, get to the next door,
Alright.
investigate it for traps.
Make an investigation, shall
Lovely roll.
Lovely roll.
Sultry roll.
18.
18.
8.
I hate the way that you say that.
18.
I just sort of going around the edge of this door just see if there's any like latches that would open when you open the door. You see underneath the door what little gap there is. You notice a slight flicker of light. You would think it's maybe like candlelight.
But not like a trap or anything.
No. You think this door is not trapped, but you notice that little bit of light. As
We do have light inside. Stage whisper. We have light inside!
What?
Quietly tries the door.
It's not locked, and it slowly opens.
Actually, it's terrible.
Sorry.
Luckily, it's not a squeaky hinge.
Double D40 it.
Is that your middle name? Yes.
This door seems to be well oiled, so it doesn't squeak or anything. And you slowly open it, and you can see a much larger room, about 20 foot wide by 35 foot long. Large room. There are no windows in this space, so you can imagine this is kind of like central in the building. And none of these walls meet the outer edge. But in the center of this room is a table where there are some plates of food that have been half eaten, and a couple of candles are still slowly burning away, melting away, just kind of in its last legs. He's got nice fries. And you, in the middle of the two walls to your left and right, are another set of doors on each side, and then one door immediately at the other end. But there doesn't seem to be anyone in here.
As the food and the candles look like people have had food and they've basically shipped out.
Make an investigation check around the room to see.
Is that cocked? It's really flat. Is that cocked?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I mean, it's 12.
12.
With advantage.
No.
I keep asking, he's going to give it to me at some point.
Is anyone else doing anything?
They're also investigating.
Yeah, we're all investigating.
Isn't it?
Oh, that's good.
No.
He starts along and then he knocks up. He's like, and we're all helping.
22.
Yes.
Good. 11.
17.
17.
He, just for flavour, he's
Yeah.
put the sniper away. He's got the repeater rifle.
Okay, that's
Because
fine.
now on my character.
All right.
I'm excited. He's
so,
just tack sweep in the room.
Marionette of Fear, you kind of look around the room.
Clear?
You can't. Yeah, there's no one in this room, but you can see there are half-eaten food on plates and such. Kitty and Marcus, you inspect a little closer, and like on these plates are like some bits of chicken, some olives,
Breadstick.
and the chicken that's kind of like on these plates, it's still warm.
Well, I feel like it seems like we've missed the party, but why that wrong, really? I feel like we should make haste.
I think if this place isn't trapped so far, they weren't expecting us to get inside. I think your skills are quite apt here, Miss Kildane.
Fuck's sake.
We
Oh my god.
need...
Sophie, what were you looking at then?
I needed your name because the person who's controlling this meat sack had forgotten. If there are any notes or documents here that could lead us to where they may have gone, we may have to make chase rather
I
fast.
think we need to get.
So let's investigate quickly.
And can we add on to that investigation check if we were looking for anything, like notes or anything?
Okay.
I think they'll be in an office somewhere. Organised cult
Yeah,
behaviour.
there might be some, yeah.
I wonder if it's got an HR department.
Ooh.
Make a perception check as well. Because the investigation part is just kind of looking more, how recent is the food, that kind of thing. So you were
Because you said that, like, the walls
9.
don't meet the outside walls. Don't you?
not in this room, no.
And there are doors, or?
There are doors, yes.
Okay, cool.
9. Yeah, you don't hear anything else.
No.
Like I said, there's 3 other doors in this room, one on each other wall that you've not been in contact with yet.
Well, yes, I think we should just try as many rooms as we can until we find something.
I guess we just start opening doors to see what the rooms are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one are you going for first?
The closest.
Start at the bottom left and work our way around.
Yeah.
Bottom left, let's go.
You look left, and you open that door, and it's a 20 foot by 5 foot corridor that you would imagine leads to the entranceway where the front door is.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Leave that.
close that, leave that there. Next door.
Okay, yeah, and you open that door, and you die. No,
Yay!
there's a short 10 by 10 foot sort of space, but you can see that the corridor moves around to the right. at the end of the small space.
That could lead us to either another room or some stairs. We'll leave this one open. Next door.
Okay, I would like you to make a perception check.
Natural 20 for a 22. 23.
Okay.
22. What's happening? 22.
Numbers!
What's happening? You hear the clinking of glass vials in this next room. As you're just about to open it, and you hear the just kind of like just noise happening in this other room. Something or someone is definitely in here.
We have something here. Can I quickly investigate the door to see if it's a trap on the other side of the door?
You may.
Is that a natural 20?
No, no. 21.
21. It is trapped.
This door is trapped. Do we go to the next door, or do I disarm the trap?
There's no other door to check.
If it's trapped, they probably want to hide something, surely.
If you don't mind stepping back, please,
Gladly.
everybody.
Come on, kitty.
I would like to disarm the trap, please.
Okay.
God.
God.
Feels good, doesn't it?
I can't remember what the fucking right. Dexterity check. Do you have tools?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So it should be
Yeah.
dexterity plus proficiency.
Yep.
So
Please.
this is going to be a +6 to this roll.
Nice.
17 on the dice for a total 23.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, God.
It's a basic acid vial trap. It's fine.
You,
Please tell me it's that.
Judging from, I think, the mechanism when you find it, there's certainly like a release catch. If you were to open the door, would release something. You can't see exactly what it is, but you feel like you've detached it from the opening of the door.
Yeah.
So if you were to open the door, it would not release it.
Yeah. So he gets his lock picking tools and he goes through the lock,
Yeah.
and as he's doing that, he goes through the side of the door and then tries to hook the string and basically put it to one side, and then opens the door.
You open the door. It's locked.
No, I said I opened the door.
I mean, you did the check to disarm the trap. It's still locked.
He goes like, because he's got the hook, and he's
Yeah.
like, shit. One-handed.
So make another check, please. Try and lock pick this door.
It's real good.
Oh, it's not, is it?
No. The lock is a bit of a problem one-handed.
What do you roll?
9.
Okay. How do you think you fail?
He's doing it one-handed. He
Yeah.
can't get both barrels of the
Okay.
pin, so he's like, I think he sort of knows that it's like a half attempt there, because he's still holding the trap to stop
Yeah.
it from going off. So he's like,
Do you need someone to hold something for you, Fear?
yes.
What would you need holding?
Hold this pin
Okay.
here
Okay.
and gets the other one out.
I'll let you have basically another roll as if Marionette had helped you.
It's one better.
So 10.
10.
You do not unlock this door.
We'll never know.
You try to sort of just jimmy the pins on this lock, and you just can't quite feel exactly what you're
Would you
trying
get
to feel
advantage
for.
if I was helping?
That's what the extra roll was.
Oh.
Because you'd made a roll to unlock it, then you helped.
What would that roll be? Just as a if you were unlocking a door.
It'll be dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Plus
Well-
proficiency bonus if you've got thieves' tools.
I mean, if I'm holding the trap, Marcus, if you want to kick the door in, now would be the time.
I'll do that.
You want to kick the door in?
Sure, why not? It's not like
little face over there. I look, you know.
it's not like it's gonna make a noise, right?
I'm not really one for waiting around at
Make
this
an
point. We're losing
athletics
time.
check, please.
Athletics.
Yes.
You may want to step back, Marionette.
That's the third 8 I've rolled in a row. That is a 11.
Yeah. You kick at the lock part of this door to try and just break it off. It's kind of lock, and it doesn't budge. It kind of like buckles in, but it just holds tight. You've made a lot of noise now.
At this point, should I just put the repeater rifle up against the lock and fucking...
I mean, the door's locked. There's no one going to get in.
You can hear like these glass files that are sort of clinking together stop in like one sort of loud movement, like.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
HDS, sir, how are you?
Crypt Temple Crypt Services, please.
When they open, just get ready to fucking bull rush them.
Okay.
We're not in that system.
I'll get my pistol out and just
I think I'm
hold
going to
it.
get my...
Repeater rifle
Yeah.
still holding the trap.
You and you knock on the door, but there is no response. No one answers. No one.
Housekeeping!
Nothing. Like still
Okay,
no response.
Fuck it, he shoots the lock.
Okay, you shoot the lock. Roll damage dice.
Fuck it, what is this door?
It's doors, man.
13.
13.
Does not.
I will mark one off the repeater rifle.
That's enough. Yeah. It's a fucking door. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a door, Jack.
It's a door, is it, Jack?
I mean, you only had to roll fucking 12 to
Behind
unlock
it's
it.
a rat rolling around a fucking...
So how long does it take for us to destroy doors in Lightwell? Like,
Oh my god, so many.
that was
Ages.
A
tragic.
rat rolling around in files. Surprise, surprise.
How many cartridges did the repeater rifle have?
6. So
6.
You use one.
Okay, cool, thank you.
You one-handed shoot this fucking rifle at the lock, and it blows the lock to pieces, and the door swings open. Make a little dexterity check to see if you can stop the trap from triggering still, whilst you're holding it.
Do I get advantage because I'm already holding it?
Fucking no. If
Just
anything,
savage.
if anything, disadvantage, because you're wielding a fucking gun that you've just shot at the
That's
same
that
time.
nat 1.
Oh my god.
I did ask you to step back. It's
Yeah,
just
you
me and
did,
Marcus
yeah.
here.
Who's are you at the very front of this door?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%, because I
Cool.
have to be.
So you shoot open this lock, and just the kind of recoil of the gun kind of takes you a bit by surprise.
Pulls the string.
And yeah, maybe you just kind of come back a bit, and
Paint can.
the string kind of like the string snaps, and the door goes open, and like a swing just like this spikes on like just a lever comes around and just comes right into your torso.
Ooh.
And roll some damage.
Oh, look at him, he's delighted.
Kanrath PD! Everybody freeze!
12 points of damage.
12, oh.
It's the Grand Crypt Temple of the Grand Crypt Temple Sun Wizard.
Okay, so that hits him,
Yes.
which probably like knocks him back, leaving the door free for you to...
Okay, I'm gonna rush in.
You good? Okay. All right. You all rush in.
Yeah.
And you are immediately like in this room are about 6 people in this room.
Light them up. Leave one alive, light them up.
Can I throw a blood
Grenade.
You,
Yes, Marcus!
Yeah? Just like a quick, like, oh fuck!
Good
God.
cultist.
You, I think, in no way have a surprise round on these guys.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just
I still wanna
going,
throw a grenade.
housekeeping. Trap goes off, impaled.
They've probably all had enough time to like hand around weapons, just like.
And Mr. Babyface. And Mr. Babyface.
Okay.
Everyone's like, no, this way don't work.
Oh my god. Okay, and all these people in this room are wearing these robes that you've been told about. These dark crimson red robes. There's black, but there's also portions of blue kind of being sort of woven in, but in these robes. And one of them stands out from the rest, as he does not have his hood on, and his robes are slightly more
Locum.
royal in nature. Not royal, but gilded almost.
Yeah.
You know. You come face first with what you presume to be the cult. And we were going to pick up that next episode.
I love it.
Housekeeping.
I love the like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work quietly. Knock, knock. At that point, it's like, all hope is lost.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
fucking shoot the lock and let's just bad boys for life this. Straight through. It's just,
There was a kick as well, and then
Yeah.
I already forgot.
Yeah, there was knock knock. Housekeeping. One kick at the door. Nothing. Gunshot. Splinters of wood everywhere.
Sneak in.
Fucking hell. That's episode 6, everyone. Jesus Christ.
It's alright, we'll light them up in the next one. I've got a fucking repeater rifle and there's 6 of them. I'm just going to load them in.
They're only wearing robes.
They're cultists, nobody cares about them.
Just
So,
innocent cultists.
for next episode, you are level 3.
Hey! Proficient now
So-
in my weapons.
Oh,
Please-
yeah, get
Please make sure you
expertise.
level up your characters before then. You've got 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm sure you've got time.
Oh my god, proficiency with the bloodwork weapons.
Oh, don't think I can do that.
Cool, man.
Thank you for joining anyone that's watching. Sure to check us out on all our socials, Instagram, other places. I can't remember where else now. Do we post anywhere else?
So it is across the socials.
Yeah.
So we've got it's a weird mix between mine and also the Dragonborn Industries one. So there is Blue Sky, where it's Dragonborn Industries / the Dragonborn Bard, which Steph is also on as that little Goblin Girl. Then we've got TikTok for Starfinder, which is Starfinder Podcast, but also then the Dragonborn Bard, because I'm trying to do the Daily Dice Roll, so it kind of goes across them all as well. YouTube, we put up social media posts on there. Instagram, Facebook. We are still on X.
But we prefer Blue Sky.
Yeah, I mean, I might not be putting too much on X.
And Discord.
We're in most
Discord.
of the places.
Oh my god, we've got a new Discord,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is like so up to date.
Yeah.
In all fairness, like Mod Fluffy Cat is actually running it and has done such a better job with it and is awesome. So there is a new Discord. That link is in everything. Notifications go in there. If you end up doing artwork, any fan art, any cosplays, anything to do with the channel, it's open.
Yep.
Please, that's actually probably the best place to go to now.
Yeah, yeah. We're pretty much almost everywhere, to be honest. And just look us up, and you'll find us somewhere.
Look on a street corner, you'll probably see Jack.
Yeah.
Selling his wares for Kanrath fans.
Tough times.
You enjoy it, you. We love it.
This will be out on Spotify and YouTube, I believe. So, yeah. Join us next time in 2 weeks' time on another Thursday at 7 p.m.
Wonderful episode.
Wonderful episode. Yeah. Cheers, guys. See you around.
Bye.
Bye.